folks, Bob Mannery here, and you're listening to Agree to Disagree, the flagship, only on A2D Radio. Uncle Sweeps, Nick Delgazzo, the legendary Brian Wilson, and the fucking man himself, Tom Arnone. These three guys from Jersey bringing you real talk with no agenda. You don't like them? Tough shit. It's their show, and they're going to say whatever the hell they goddamn want.
Let's go. This is Agree to Disagree, only on A2D Radio. We are live from the Real Talk Studios like we are every Sunday. And every Sunday we are brought to you by our doc, make him yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, located Burlington, Princeton, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. We'll have the doc on around 9:15-ish. What are you looking at?
Nothing.
You got an issue with somebody?
No, it's just I was seeing if Greg was all right. There's a lot of heavy breaths going on over there.
Oh, okay.
I was just wondering.
I was concerned about you.
I didn't say anything. You're getting all worried about me.
You gave a look. When a look
I
happens,
looked at Greg, not you.
I understand you were looking.
This
is my direction.
Let's go off the rails right off the bat.
This isn't off the rails. We're right where we need to be.
Okay.
We're right where we need to be.
Okay.
And like I said.
So we're on the rails.
We're on the rails.
Okay.
And Dr. Paul Vidal, he'll join us around 9:15-ish. So stay tuned for that. We'll talk like we do every week with the doc. Tom Arnone, Greg Milwaukee, Brian Wilson, Robbie Pove on the ones and twos. Uncle Sweep's not with us this weekend. He's actually turbulence talk right now. He's in the air. He's in the air, fam.
Is he?
Yeah, he's in the air.
Buckle the seatbelt.
So, since Sweet isn't with us, we're still going to do Crumb in a week. We'll give her Crumb in a week later on in the show. Flyers live reaction. They're up 2-1 right now against the Red Wings. We'll continue to talk about that. Phillies and Harper news. It's happening.
Listen,
it's happening.
At this point, it better fucking happen because I can't take it anymore. I'm going to have a fucking heart attack.
You thought JD batteries were bad.
Just sign already. Just fucking sign already. Give them everyone 10 for 310. Why? Give them 10 for 350. Just make it happen. I don't care. And if San Diego's really the top dog for Machado at 240, all from 250. Let's go.
265. I don't care. 275.
Send Mikkel right off the waltz. See ya. See ya, buddy. Have good swim.
Well, what we're starting, we'll talk about Harper, Phils in a little bit. But what we're starting the whole show off with, Sixers title chances, which ties into our poll question. The Sixers will come out of the Eastern Conference. Do you agree or do you disagree with that? Let us know. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. A2D Radio is where you can find us, family. We'll be answering all your comments, questions, agrees or disagrees. Harper talk, Flyers talk, the city of goddamn winter talk. Let's go. Let's go.
I feel like Bill Walton. The city of champions. The conference of champions.
I told Greg last night I was listening to Bill. I was listening to Bill late last night.
Eighth wonder of the world.
I took two Benadryl. I would have thought I was right with Bill. Yeah, I was like, what are we talking about?
Right in the middle of the Pacific.
Oh, he's the best.
He'll just go on and just, Dave Patch. Oh, you know what? I was in Joshua Tree last week, Dave.
Where are you, Bill?
I saw some great sights. Dave's like, yeah, thanks, Bill. Great. Let me try to pull this back in.
Yeah, he's been doing it together for 7 years.
I love me some Dave Pash. He keeps it going.
Oh, he does.
Bill's off the reservation 86% of the time. So. That's guy. But he is the eighth wonder in the world. Love me some Bill Walton.
No, Bill's the best.
Love it.
The Sixers will come out of the Eastern Conference. Do you agree or do you disagree with that?
And then you got to throw this on me. Like you come.
I know come right at you.
You made this question because you know that I'm not going to agree with you because you got to show me. You got to show me. We can't be anybody above us. How are we going to come out of the East? Do I think we have a shot? Yes. I absolutely think we have a shot. We have a very good team.
Well, that's not.
But you got to show me something, okay? I'm here to be the voice of reason, Tom. I know that you're on this cloud, all right? You're like everyone's happy. You're always happy. We're going to win everything, okay? You think that everything is fucking rainbows and blowjobs, and it's not. It's not. I'm
Maybe
here to tell the people it's
rainbows.
not. It's not, all right? I'm a realist.
That's
Can
debatable.
we come out of the East? Absolutely. Right? If I had to bet right now, would we? I'd say no.
All right. So you disagree?
You got to show me.
So you disagree?
I disagree.
Okay. I disagree with your disagree.
That's fine.
Because you're off.
I'm off.
Because what you just said
you told everyone last week to bet your house on the fucking Sixers over the Celtics, and the Celtics beat us again.
And when the chance and the opportunity comes up, you double dip that. That's fine. Oh my Lord. Because it's gonna come up again. So you tell the wife it's fine. We're gonna go with a year worth of mortgage, and we'll get it back, babe. And worry about the rest of the morning.
We're gonna take a second mortgage out.
Absolutely.
Refinance. Can we refinance?
But we can't use the narrative right now. And I understand why it's out there, but the 1-7 against these Eastern Conference teams is irrelevant to me because that's not the same basketball team I have right now. I have a completely different basketball team.
We just lost this week with the team we have.
One, Will. It's not 1-7.
But what did we? Okay, but the bottom line is
you're up base. Everybody uses that. I don't agree with.
I agree with the fact that I'm more worried about Boston than I am anybody else in the East because they take away our two best players.
I understand.
Every time we play them.
Yep.
Because Horford cancels out JoJo always, and they make it so Ben can't drive in and take the game over.
And Tobias and Jimmy have to play their best game.
Yeah, and they didn't last game.
No, I agree. I agree with it that I still have to. There's still a show me. Obviously, you're 3-1 since the deal. Okay, and yeah, you beat a good Denver team, and I'll give you credit for that win. But you know what I mean?
We're electric to watch. I mean, we have everything. You would think that we have everything. You would think. But we have to get over that hump, and the hump is the elite teams. We can't fucking beat them in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, we don't know that for sure yet. We lost to Boston, yes, with a fresh new team. I mean, you gotta factor it in a little bit.
I do agree.
And you have to give
3 games in.
I'm saying the same thing to go right into that point. They're 3-1 with a brand new roster, and I don't give a shit who you play in this league. I don't care. You got to go out and win games. And they won convincingly against the teams they should beat convincingly. So you have to give some credit to that as well. You know, you could have came back back-to-back against a bad Knicks team and laid an egg.
The Knicks were in that game though with like 5 minutes left. Down 7.
They were never in that game.
Down 7 with 5 minutes left.
They were never in that game.
Down 7 with 5 minutes left. They're in the game though.
They were never in that game.
But they were in the game.
When
with
your eyes,
with 5 minutes left, they were in the game.
Listen, if you have any bit of eyesight whatsoever,
yeah, but guess what? They hit 3 threes, then you have eyesight and you're losing.
Okay, you don't have then your eyes were lying to you the whole game. They're hitting 3 threes.
No, I'm just saying. But
I'm just saying your eyes told
that's
you.
a team that we should beat by 30. That's a team where we shouldn't have to play in the fourth quarter.
It's a back-to-back, so the 30's irrelevant.
Oh, my Lord.
Do you beat them convincingly?
Oh, my God.
Do you own and control the whole basketball game? Do you control the whole basketball game?
Not with 5 minutes left.
They were in control of the whole game.
For the majority of it, yes.
Okay, for the entire game.
Majority.
It's not majority. It's entire. Greg, to the poll question, family out there, to the poll question, the Sixers will come out of the Eastern Conference. Agree or disagree? Greg?
I disagree. I disagree as well.
Zero feel.
Zero feel.
Zero feel.
It's all right here. Yeah. Zero feel. Like, where are you? I love the fact that you're
yellow, not red.
You know?
It's good.
I love the fact that you're the homer.
It's crazy.
I'm not a homer.
Oh, my God.
I'm not a homer.
Are you kidding me?
Your
name might as well be Homer. You might as well be on the Simpsons.
Stop. With this roster, you can't call me Homer because I believe that we can come out of the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, but we're coming out of the Eastern Conference for 3 years.
That's not true.
All right, 2.
No, since last.
This time last year, you were talking about we going out of the Eastern Conference.
Because I love my puppies.
Oh, my gosh.
They're just a little too young right there. I expect
Are they still too young? Because they might be.
No, because I think you added some pieces around where you're older in some certain spots, and I think that's going to get it done. Now, is it tough? Is this
two best players are still young?
I understand that, but this is a tough Eastern Conference. I get that. Okay, but I'm going to go agree. I believe that they can come out because big men win goddamn championships in this league, and I'm putting everything I have in on. I'm all in on Joel Embiid. I'm all in. You gave.
As long as he's not playing Horford, yeah.
Like, shut up. I don't even give a shit about that because you know what it is.
Horford,
this is what the Celtics do.
Because Horford don't back down from him, and
it's not even about that. See, this is where people don't totally get that. Right? This is where lies start getting put in the conversation.
That's true.
Because I'll tell you what happens.
Horford bangs
when you
with
want
him.
to listen.
When
you want to listen, I'll tell you what happens. What the Celtics do well to Joel Embiid.
I feel like that fucking John C. Reilly meme right now. What? Horford bangs with him. That's just fact. Right, you watch games?
I'm not saying Al Horford doesn't bang and Al Horford doesn't.
Great defender, Al Horford.
All right. What I'm talking about is they give Joel wide open threes on purpose.
No shit.
They say to him,
well, tell him to stop fucking shooting them.
I agree with you. Okay, but they tempt him with that.
So maybe you ain't all in then.
No, I'm in on it because I think he's gonna get better with it. That's one sample size with this new team against that team, and we didn't play nearly as good as we can play.
You're right.
Up to the standards.
But we
I
always
believe.
play bad against them because they're really good on defense, and they're a very good team.
I get that, but I think we can play better. I think we can beat them. There's times in that game.
I think a lot of things, but they don't come true.
Because guess what? They're gonna have a crumb that's playing with them when that time comes.
Who's that?
Kyrie. They don't play well with him. They don't play as well.
Yeah, but he's also the
He's
best
a
player
stud.
on the court, though.
He's a
plays.
stud,
Right.
but they don't play as well with him. So that factors in to me being able to think I can beat the Celtics, which I understand to the family out there is a long shot to a lot of people. Why can't we? Because
I'm not saying we can't.
Because we haven't with good enough players. Because we haven't, since our record hasn't been good against them. When one, we weren't any good, and two, when they were an Eastern Conference final contender and we were just coming up. So I got to factor some of that in. At some point, since I've been in the dance once, all right, that I feel like that the second time through is a little bit more comfortable and you know what to expect on what the game and what it takes night in, night out. And I
need to see a game where
I would hope that this would translate to this year.
I need to see a game against Boston where Brett Brown's not outcoached. And bottom line is, I haven't seen one in probably 7, 8 straight. So I need to see one of them first before I can say we can beat them in the playoffs.
Yeah, but you know what all determines getting out coached is losing. So, I mean, it's a simple narrative. It's easy to run
They
with.
lose every time.
Okay.
So,
against a team, again, like we talked about, for the years that we were just coming up, the couple, this team was in the Eastern Conference
we're
Finals.
talking about the last 2 years, dude.
Okay, in the last 2 years, where was that team?
Yeah, we're 0-8 or whatever.
I understand, but where was that team?
Where was what team?
The Celtics over them 2 years. Where were they?
Better than us.
No shit. Okay, so
Yeah.
so I love the out coach. Like it was a better roster.
I don't know. Was it?
Come on, Wells.
Without Kyrie last year, I
Come
don't know
on.
if it's a better roster.
No, it's not. Wasn't a better
probably-
roster.
probably a
Come
better
on.
roster.
Top to bottom, that wasn't a better roster.
Are you kidding me right now? Because you.
Do I think Embiid's the best player in the NBA? Yes.
from where
That
you
doesn't
were
mean
last year.
that doesn't mean our roster was better last year.
You were calling us in 6 last year.
Of course I was. I'm not gonna come on here and ruin shit for people that want to have some excitement in their life.
You believed it too.
Shut your mouth, okay? What I believe is when it comes to sports, and I believe my team's good enough, I should have faith in them. I should believe.
I agree. You should
right?
believe.
When I have generational talent, I should believe that. Now we surround them with guys who can make plays on their own and get their own buckets with something that we were missing last year.
And we got some defense now. We got
I
better D.
I'm sold on this
We're
basketball
still
team.
we still have to learn how to play together more because, like you said, we're 3-4 games in.
Yeah.
So that has to happen. But I think that we're better equipped. If we sign everyone, we're better equipped to win next year. But we have to get to the 3 seed.
And right now we're in a tricky spot because we're tied for 4th.
We have to
with
get to the
Boston.
3 seed.
Like we can't see Boston in the first round.
No.
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 You don't
I'd
see
like
Boston or
to
Toronto in the
I'd
first
like to
round.
not see Boston. Period.
Sure.
Like if
You know,
there's a
and-
way
and
that
that's-
can happen,
and
that'd be great.
And that's where I was going with the disagree. It's just right now where we're at.
I'll sit in a corner shaking.
You kind of.
You know what I mean? Because I'm scared of somebody. Like, get this
I'm not
guy.
scared
I'm
of
not
anybody.
scared, but do you watch us play them? We play like
Yeah, but you're gonna have to
play
beat-
like we're scared of them.
You're gonna have to beat somebody.
We play like
You're
we're
right.
scared of them.
Okay,
though.
if you want to get over a
Well,
hump,
you gotta
sometimes
go
you gotta
through two.
you gotta
So
beat
if
you gotta
you
beat one of
stay-
the better teams in the East.
So you don't think we can with our so what you're telling me right now is with our roster that's gonna come out of the East, we're not gonna get up to the 3 seed before the end of the season because then I got an issue. That means we're not playing great ball.
I believe we will be.
So then we're to be all right. We get up to the 3 seed, we should be fine. We
Are
won't
you
have to play-
saying play him in the first round?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't want to play him in the
Well,
first
that's
round.
what that's part
That's
of
what we're
that's
talking
part
Okay,
of
I didn't hear the first round,
part
but
of
I'm
where
not.
my disagree
I'm not
is-
scared
Well,
to
we
see.
gotta see him. We gotta see him.
I'm not scared to see him in the second round.
I don't
Come
wanna see him in the first.
because I want redemption. Then it's all about responses. and shit.
I'd like not
So-
to see Brooklyn the first time. But
If
we'll
I'm
beat
a
them,
player-
but they'll give us a game.
But listen-
Oh, they will. And so will Miami. I'd rather see like.
Charlotte.
Oh, I'd love Charlotte. Well,
Yeah.
sweep city.
Well, listen,
See you, Michael. Might as well play.
Then we might lose.
No, we wouldn't lose. Jesus Christ, Greg. Are you kidding me? This guy.
what if Jordan suited up?
Yeah, my lord.
My point is, I'm not. It's about responses, and if I'm a player, right, and I'm a guy on the Sixers, I want to see Boston at some point, not the first round, but I want to see them because I want to get over that hump. If you're a competitor, shit, put your big boy pants on, shorts on, whatever the hell, and go.
I'm not sure Brett.
And go beat them.
I'm not sure Brett wants to see him.
Grow up. Scared money don't make money, Wells.
He's got nightmares of fucking Brad, I think.
You crown Brad Stevens, the same team that got booed off a court 4 nights ago. Okay, Mr. the greatest
Okay.
coach. What does he want?
Brad Stevens is a
What
great
does he
coach.
want?
He's a great coach.
Okay, I think Brad Stevens, because he looks good, gets a little too much credit.
See, does he look good?
I think people think he's dressed well.
I mean, he did take Butler to a final, to a
All
national
right.
championship game, and
times.
almost win.
Okay,
I mean, but you got to realize it's Butler, though.
I don't give a shit.
You know what I mean? You play no.
That's college basketball. We talking about the NBA. What does he want? And he hasn't won none in college either like that. So what's he want?
You're not supposed to win at Butler. That's the point.
I understand, but what's he want at this level? Everybody wants to put him.
He's won some
Beat the
playoff
Sixers'
games.
asses.
He's won the playoff.
Everybody wants to put him in the
some
same conversation as
he's won some
Popovich and
playoff
shit.
series in his first couple of years here. Listen, I just say that Brad Stevens is a great coach. That's all I'm saying.
Bill Middlebrook says this over-the-head camera view and the All-Star game sucks. Yeah, the All-Star game sucks, Bill.
The All-Star
As
game
a-
just
as a
sucks,
whole.
period, Bill. You should probably be watching the Flyers.
Spidey says he's 50-50 on winning the East. He's not convinced yet. And I understand that people aren't convinced
Buddy,
yet.
I'm not sure how you're even 50-50, dude. Be honest with yourself. It should be 30-70.
You're that.
I think we got about 30% shot. If you called it right now, I'd say about 30%.
30%.
And that's
You think it
spot
should be
on.
higher than 30?
That's spot on with the odds.
Fucking
What the odds tell you, they're
I'm a smart guy.
They're
right?
the fourth best team in
Apparently so are
the
you.
East, and they're the fifth best team in overall to win the title.
And that's all based off of what the matchup would be right now. So I'm not. I think that's all horse shit.
Well, just if you go to Vegas and you bet it right now, that's what it is.
Okay, and
They're
that doesn't
they're
mean
the fourth.
that's a legit. That's what I feel is
They
a legit
literally
chances.
pay people to make those things.
I understand,
So that's
and that
their
guy's
job.
wrong.
It's the
That's their-
Warriors.
And that guy's wrong.
That guy's
It's the
wrong.
Warriors.
They've been wrong.
And
That
then
guy's
everybody
wrong.
else.
That guy's wrong. You're right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because the percentage.
I'm just making sure I got that right. That's all.
I'm more of a 50%, 60% chance that they can come out of the East.
I'm sure you are.
How's that
I
crazy?
told you,
talk to you?
rainbows and blowjobs. We already went over.
How's that crazy, though? To anybody out there, I don't understand.
It's not-
It makes you a
it's
fraud
not-
basketball
it's
guy.
not crazy.
It makes you a fraud basketball
No, it
guy.
does not.
Yeah,
It makes
does.
me. I watch
No, it
games.
doesn't. You don't watch enough.
We
then.
can't beat anybody above us except for Toronto without Kawhi. It's the only win we have.
haven't had this team to play anybody besides Boston one time.
That's all you say. What does that mean?
That's all you're saying is the same thing that, oh, they
And
can't
look,
get over
yeah,
it. These
and then
teams.
last week you were like, no, we got the team, and then we got fucking beat again.
All right.
We did though. So
And
I mean,
I get it. But it's early into the little thing.
at some point we gotta have to beat somebody.
Listen, I can't continue to say we're going to come out of the East if we go through the last 24 games and through teams that we need to beat, we don't, then the conversation changes. But I believe that this team's going to get better together, and they're fucking dangerous. And anybody out there that doesn't think they're dangerous and wants to give them a 30% chance to come out of the East is an idiot. Is a moron and should be fired from whatever he does.
That's fine.
From whatever he does.
Fire him.
And the guy in Vegas who made the line
fired.
can't
I'm
hit too.
fired.
You both. There's the
We should
door.
walk off.
There's the door.
Right
Go. Bye, girl.
Empty netter.
Bye, ladies.
Bye, ladies. This guy's ridiculous.
He's doing a solo
I
show.
hope you smell what
Bye,
you're
girl.
shoveling, man. I really hope you smell
What?
what
Did
you're
I believe the
shoveling.
team come out of the East?
No, I believe they can too. 30% is not a bad.
Oh my God, that's amateur hour.
I could have said 2%.
That's amateur
That
hour.
would
That's
be bad.
soft. That's a little
30%
softness.
soft?
Yup.
There's
Yep.
good teams ahead, though. Toronto's good.
Okay.
Milwaukee's good.
Sixers are
Boston
good.
owns us.
Indiana's good.
Even without
Even
Depot.
without Depot, they're good.
Sixers are good.
They are.
Oh, no shit.
So what's your
We're
percentage?
not disagreeing.
All right.
They're not
They're
good.
25%.
Okay. So who you crowning then? If your Sixers are 30%, who's the crown to?
I'm not crowning anybody. I would say.
Well, somebody
you
has to
told
be.
me-
There's
too
you told me
many
right now, I would
teams.
say Toronto's about 65. I'd put Boston at 50. And I'd put us in Milwaukee at 30. That would be mine for Eastern Conference.
Nah,
I know that doesn't equal 100%.
You can
but
swap.
I'm
You
just
can
saying.
swap me in Toronto right now. You can swap us up. A little swap talk.
Okay, yeah, because that's going to go well. Every time we play Toronto, they beat us by 30.
Yeah. Different roster, buddy. Different roster.
Oh, you keep saying there's a roster. They haven't shown anything.
It's not,
yet.
and listen, hold on, calm
what
down.
have they shown?
All I'm saying is different roster. That's all I'm saying to you. Is
But
different
what have
roster.
they shown?
Have you seen the starting five that you're getting run out on the court? The second best team in basketball besides who? And sharing the basketball besides Golden State Warriors. They share the
Okay,
basketball.
okay.
So you want to shoot numbers to me? I'm gonna fire them right back.
That's
have you
fine.
seen the starting five?
Can we beat some
Have
teams
you
first?
seen
Can
the
we
starting
beat some
five?
teams before you start fucking blowing
No,
everybody
no, no,
that
no.
we're going to win
You're
the Eastern
acting like
Conference?
you're acting like this isn't a good basketball
No,
team.
I know I'm not.
Every chance you get to
No,
look
I'm
jab
not.
at me because I say swap 'em with Toronto. Have you seen
First
the
off,
five?
I am not acting like this is a bad basketball.
I never said you're just exactly acting like it. You don't believe. You want to fake it. You want to fake belief to the family.
Fake it till
but
you make
but
it.
it's
I got
but
you.
it's
I
lies.
see you.
It's lies.
It's not lies. I think they have about, if you had to tell me right now, gun to my head, I'd say 30% chance to win the East, to come out of the East.
65.
It's high.
Buckle up. Buckle up, Wells, because you guys are sitting here scared.
I'm not scared.
You upgrade a roster big time over the last 3 months, okay? And then big time over the last 3 weeks, 2 weeks.
Because Toronto and Milwaukee both didn't?
Not as well as this. No, not.
They filled their holes they needed to.
Yeah, okay, not as good as this. They gave up some things that were a little valuable in what they were doing well.
And
not,
we did?
not as much Milwaukee, but Toronto. So don't act
guys
like
just win?
Don't act like Toronto
3-1.
Don't act like Toronto just got better. They gave something up. We gave up land.
Listen,
but we got big time better in our
one
deal.
thing we can say.
There's winner deals and there's not.
Listen, Toronto got better, but
a little bit.
But Jonas Valanciunas, who's just a guy really in the league, he always plays great against us for some fucking reason. So they got rid of him, which that's cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I like that.
You wouldn't say how we match up.
But if you're saying Gasol and Valanciunas, Gasol's a much better player.
Absolutely.
I understand that, but at this point of his career and the way that Valanciunas plays Embiid, I'd rather him.
But Marcus Gasol can bang with him.
No, absolutely he can, but I'll take the older.
Yeah, but they just have big eyes. I don't like them getting bigger because they just dominate us inside. Between Siakam and Ibaka and fucking now Gasol and Kawhi getting down there, they pound us inside. Every time we play them, they just
That's
pound
not the
us.
same Toronto team that's gonna fold in the playoffs.
Yeah, but we're not small.
They're not the
They ain't no LeBron to run into. So
Okay. Well, I think they got a little 10-9-8 to run into.
They used to roll through everybody in the playoffs, and everyone's like, why do they stink? They don't stink. They just get swept by LeBron every year.
Actually,
and doing cases.
it's actually bothering me. It's actually bothering me, the lack of respect for this roster.
Everything bothers you.
No, everything. Nothing bothers me. You just call me a homer and peaches and
are a
blowjobs.
homer.
You just said peaches and
I didn't say
blowjobs
I
and
said
homers.
rainbows and blowjobs.
Well, I switched it up. Okay. I said, I'll put whatever words in your mouth that I want
peaches.
to.
Millions of peaches. Peaches
Thousands
for
of
Tommy.
blowjobs.
Peaches for Tommy.
Grasshopper.
Peaches come from.
Grasshopper wants to know why we aren't watching the All-Star game. I don't watch paint dry.
Why should we watch the All-Star game?
It's terrible. Who scored the first bucket? Because I did have money on Embiid.
Oh, Anthony Davis. Spielman says Anthony Davis leads with hurt shoulder.
Shocker.
Bye, girl.
Shocker, that crumb. He won't play the rest of the year now.
Bill Middlebrook said Brad Stevens did say he's losing sleep with the Sixers' new starting lineup.
Good. It's good to know.
You guys should be too.
Still beat us, but it's good to know.
That's the level of confidence. That's what you're putting out there.
What?
Like, that's it. They're still going to beat us.
Talking about level of confidence.
They're still going to beat us.
They're still going to beat us. I said they still beat us.
You said they're still going to beat us.
No, I said they still just beat us. Is that better? Should I throw just in there for you?
Tyler Coughlin says you can't count the games with Rocco and Dario. That's bullshit. I agree, Tyler.
They still count for the record.
I understand, but in terms of this narrative
Really?
argument that we can't beat these teams, I'm not buying into that yet. I'm not buying into that. You guys are all looking at what was here previously. I'm looking at what's here now. You can slide over. Because I don't want you on broad next to me
Are you
in the
kidding
next
me?
couple. I don't want you around.
Would you stop it?
No, not this year, I'm saying. I don't
You're
want
the
you
worst.
around. When we're on broad, I'm sitting out with you.
You're crazy.
Sitting out with you.
You're crazy. I've been in this since day one. I'm just a realist.
A realist says this isn't the best starting five in the East. That's a question. Agree or disagree with that one then, family? Is this the best starting five in the East?
I would say yes.
Okay. Greg?
Yeah.
Okay. But 30% chance, you get cute with me, 30% chance to come out of the
You only
East.
have 20 games to do it in. You have
24.
24 games.
It's a lot to
match.
assimilate the whole. We
and you have
we
to
got
28.
5 new guys.
And you have to
We have
figure
5 new guys. We have a 9-team, maybe a 9-man rotation, roughly,
And
maybe
you-
10, and we have half of them just got here.
And you have to figure Brett's going to, not purposely, but you're going to throw a game here or two just to find out if a rotation works or not, right? So you're going to sit there with a rotation, maybe go a little longer with something that you want to see works in a regular season game versus a playoff game. You know what I mean? Because you have to figure out at these 24 games if they're going to work for you or not.
Well, I like how he's been keeping
I
at
agree
least
with that.
2 of the
I'm not
our
saying-
star players on the court at all times when he's rotating through, which I like. But there's still a lot to be seen. Listen, I love T.J. McConnell, so TJ's running the second. I love that because I love T.J. McConnell. But I still think we got there's a lot of meshing that needs to happen. You figure we got what? Ennis, Boban, Tobias, Fucking who's the other guy we just got?
Jonathan
That
Simmons.
plays Jonathan Simmons. Like they don't even. You know what I mean? Like let's get him a couple games.
On the bench side of things, I understand that, like,
Our bench isn't the greatest, but I like the fact that Boban now is in there and he can get quick buckets for you if you need to. He catches it right there, just puts it right in. So that's fine. Now, can Jonathan Simmons give you something maybe? Okay, I don't think James Ennis is as much of a scorer. He plays pretty good
you need
D.
Mike Scott to hit some threes for you off the bench.
Yeah,
you
I
need
think
that.
He fills the scumbag quota. That's about it, I think.
But I got you, but I'm just saying that's what you need.
He feels the
They're-
neck. The
yeah,
neck
they were like,
tattoo.
we lost all our neck tats. Can we get a new? Oh, Mike Scott, yeah, throw him in.
I think they have some legitimate
Does he have a
toughness.
facial tat? Throw him in.
I think one thing you say about the bench show is there's some legitimate toughness coming off that bench show.
No, I agree.
You know, so I mean,
do.
if you want to like hang your hat on something
Well,
with the bench,
they
you say,
lost-
okay, they're tough. It's tough.
And you
They're all
also-
long, athletic guys.
And you also have actually legit NBA guys.
Yeah.
Too,
So that's
off
why.
the bench.
That's
It's
why.
Just,
And
there's
I think-
a meshing
I
point,
think
though,
there's-
you have to
Listen,
figure out.
you guys
I
think
think-
I'm not.
I think the next 15 are big for Furkan, too. Because if Furkan shows that he can score, he'll get minutes. But if not, he might just fall to the wayside real quick.
I love me some Furkan.
Yeah, so do I. I hope
It was a shocker to me that they didn't pick up that option.
I'd like to see him play pretty well here because I think that I don't like Jonathan Simmons. I think he does nothing for me.
But he's going to give you the
And Mike-
defense
and
that
Mike
Furkan's
Scott.
not.
Is Jonathan Simmons though? I think he's just strictly a shooter. I think Mike Scott plays better than Jonathan Simmons, and I don't think anything of Mike Scott.
Yeah.
So I think Jonathan Simmons is just he's a guy.
No, they're all guys,
Yeah.
but they're all vets who can play a little D. They can shoot at times. You know, a couple of them could get a little hot, but nothing special. But like we talked about, you need about 24 from that bench a night, 26, and you're in good shape with this starting five. If you can get
We just need
24,
TJ to keep hitting those
you know what I
balls.
mean?
We just need TJ to keep
24 to
hitting jumpers
28.
right in the lane.
Yeah.
It's all 24 to 28 from your bench a night.
Teach.
And this
Hand
team's
in the cookie jar.
This team's hard to beat.
Hand in the cookie jar.
This team's hard to beat.
No, I agree.
Over here on the tube, Roski's watching Elimination Chamber Usos versus the Miz and McMahon. That's wrestling for you guys.
No one
TTP Ballin. Frosted one starter. Hart, let's go. Big win. TT Ballin's got a bunch. Will Ben hit a 3 tonight? Will Joe win MVP?
I would love for Joe to win.
I was trying to see if there was a bet for will Ben hit a 3 tonight. I was hoping DraftKings was going to have one.
Will Bryce Harper be a Philly?
Yes.
Hopefully.
And then
At
he
this
goes,
point, he better be, man.
As of right now, no, we will not go to the finals. This is TTP still.
Okay.
But that could change by the end of the season, and I think me and Wilson are in the
You
same
going to call
boat.
him a crumb now?
Yeah,
You going to call
he's
TTP a crumb?
though.
Huh?
It's simple. We
I
can't
didn't
beat
crumb,
the Celtics.
I crumbed you.
We just have to do it. We haven't yet. If you want me to be honest, I don't think we will until Ben at least has a respectable jumper, and that scares me. Also, we lost to Toronto with Kawhi every time this season because he makes Ben a non-factor. We will also get our asses beat by the Bucks. I'm with Wilson. But, Tom, we understand that this is a great basketball team, and we want to believe.
That's
But
a
right
great
now, it's
basketball
all
team.
on paper.
How's a great basketball team when you say get our ass whooped by the Bucks? That's what you just said.
The most talent doesn't always win. The Patriots win without the most talent all the time.
We're talking about the NBA.
Yeah,
The
but
most talent does win.
I think
in the
that-
NBA, the most
I
talent
actually-
does win.
I actually think that we would beat the Bucks. I think we match up pretty well with the Bucks.
That's a lie, though, because in the NBA is different than other sports. The most talent wins in the NBA.
The Bucks don't have anyone that can match up with Ben.
Come on, somebody-
Whenever we play the Bucks, Ben plays really well.
Is that a lie?
Because he eats
What?
he eats. They have a good point guard, Eric Bledsoe, but he can't match up against Ben.
No.
Is that a lie, though?
What?
The NBA is different in a lot of
Well, 'cause,
sports.
yeah,
the
NBA
most
there
talent
is-
does win in the NBA.
There is no parity in the NBA.
Yeah, the most talent wins.
No, I do agree. Golden State wins every year.
So
Or LeBron wins. So, I mean,
And Harlem Cowboy just wanted to stop through and say, what's up, fellas?
what's up, brother?
What up, Harlem?
what up, Roach?
Clip.
No, just Roach.
Yeah, that's about it. Robbie chimes in. Clean sweep of the Red Wings.
Love that.
Love that.
12-1-1 over the last 14.
A little home.
TCP, I
little home
understand.
and home.
I understand what all three of you guys are saying and why you want to be concerned,
We're a
right?
very good team.
Concerned, right? Listen, to me, if the pool's warm, jump in. All right? And this pool's warm. And I'm jumping all in. And listen, it's
But it's still got
I got
chill
one
to
thing
it.
to say.
You didn't-
Cannonball.
Yeah, but you didn't. Did you dip your foot first, or did you just jump?
I just know it's warm.
See, I dipped and there's still a chill, so I got to wait.
Okay, well, then get cute. But
And
to
I
me-
am. That's
I
why I
might take the
disagree.
steps.
To me, it's warm. And it's the best.
One step at a time.
It's the second best starting
Check
five
him
in all
out,
of basketball.
Maybe sit on him for a
Second
second.
best starting five in all of basketball. I will take my chances
Let the shrinkage
that will
first.
come out of the East with the most dominant big man in basketball. I'll take my chances with the second best starting five.
Second most dominant big man basketball. basketball.
And the best big
other
man
one,
in
the other
basketball.
one's a crumb, though. Anthony Davis is better than JoJo.
Not dominance-wise, in terms of inside.
I think if you had to say
He's not
who
a
would
post-
you rather have, I think majority of people would say
I'll take
Anthony
Joe.
Davis.
I'll take Joe.
But I also think
I love Joe.
But
I
take
would
Joe.
take Joe strictly because I think Anthony Davis is a crumb.
But I also think they're a different position, too. I think Anthony Davis is
they're
more of a
both
power
centers,
forward.
But they're both centers.
Yeah, but he doesn't play his back to his basket a lot.
He can, though.
Nah, not the moves Joe has.
JoJo don't play with his back to basket a lot either.
Nah, he does, though. He still gets
Not
balls.
against Boston.
Oh, my God. We just can't. Bill, I always pee in pools.
I was thinking about high-fiving
it's
him
three-
there,
three
but,
city.
He'll get upset. He'll get a little upset on that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I pee in pools all the time.
Yeah, Bill, I'm a
I'm a
pool.
peeer.
Yep.
I don't pee in pools.
Especially when
Okay.
you're drinking.
Fucking crumbs. Crumbs pee in pools. I do not pee in a pool. I will tell you that straight up. I'll get out and piss. I do not pee in a pool. I will piss in the ocean all fucking day, though. But
Have a little class for the fish. I mean, you got chlorine in the pool. You're a crumb.
Are you
You are a
serious?
crumb. I
Are
smell
you
it all over you.
serious?
You're trying to
The fish
put
the fish are
yourself.
pissing everywhere. in
You're
the
trying
fucking
to
air.
put yourself on a pedestal because you don't piss in a pool, but you'll piss right on a goddamn crab. You're a crumb.
Yes, I
Oh,
will.
You're an issue.
Yes, I will.
You're such a
yes,
problem.
I will.
You're such an issue.
The pool has
Oh,
the pool has roughly 10,000 gallons in it. Of the ocean has God knows how many
Yeah, but chlorine-
thousands of millions and millions of gallons
Oh, shit.
One guy can change it all.
of piss. One guy can change it all. I don't know. If I've been sitting on the beach hammering them back for a while, you're right. It could be a long stream. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, like, listen, if you don't pee in a pool, I gotta look at you a certain way. Like,
Why do you pee in the pool?
Why are you getting out? Like, we're in Dominican. Like, I don't get out. I'm in there for like 12 hours. Everybody's getting out of the pool. Where are you going? Like a bathroom. Oh, do you? Let me get another daiquiri.
I already peed 4 times. Tom's got like the red little thing around him.
Yeah.
They don't have that. Oh, they do. Oh, they do.
Steph, we could literally argue about anything because we've been doing it for shit. How long?
Arguing about peeing in pools? Yeah.
No, how long we've been arguing about everything?
Legitimately,
How long you guys been born, friends?
It's legitimately the reason
30
the
years?
show's called Agree to Disagree because we love each other. We just don't get along.
I don't even know if you love each other.
Oh,
Yeah, we do.
we love each other for about 20, 15. Good solid.
Sometimes I hate his guts.
Most
Most of the time I like him.
Oh, something happened with Machado.
Oh,
I just got an alert. You guys might want to check.
What is it?
I just got an alert. Something about Machado.
What?
Keith Enberg says, I ain't peeing in the pool, ocean all day. He comes sit next to Will, Keith.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Show a little class. You're peeing in guys' pools?
Jim.
Everyone, just don't invite Tommy to your pool parties because pee in your fucking pool.
I mean, if you tell me, like, if you come in, like, yo, you don't pee in this one. All right, I'll get out. Or I might just not even go in.
Yeah, I still won't get out.
Yeah, I won't.
Especially if I'm hammering.
I'm holding.
If I'm hammering, listen, if I'm hammering and I broke the seal, I'd be out like every 3 seconds.
Yeah,
So
we
it's just staying in.
That is true. Once I can go like eight or 9 now, but once I break the
Once you
seal,
break the seal,
every
it's
beer,
over.
every
Yeah.
beer,
Yeah, once a beer.
every beer.
Brian Batty says, just tuned in, don't know what we're talking about, but fuck it, I'll pee in a pool.
You're about right.
My kind of guy.
Put him on the list.
Tyler Coughlin goes against Boston. Jimmy needs to be the 1, and then we need to put Ben down low. Tobias can play the 3. Interesting.
I do think that
Interesting.
Look,
Yep.
that doesn't have to happen all the time, Tyler, but I think in the crunch time it has to happen because they'll just foul Ben. So, yes, I do agree with that. And I like Ben on the block against their guys because he can bully Tatum on the block. So I like that.
And I don't know, and I'm interested to see how much he expands in this next 24, but how great would it be? Because you're right. Part of the problem is they sag on Ben. Well, they sit there and they say, shoot the ball.
Not only do they sag, but they have a great interior defense, and they have great wing defense.
So what if he comes out and just starts burying?
Yeah, it'd be nice. I mean,
Burying
he
just
can hit
jump
shots. He just doesn't have the confidence.
Right.
We're going to find out tonight. Spidey said he was hitting half quarters.
He was hitting. I see him hitting shots for the game.
Quarter.
He can shoot. It's just like I feel
I
like
see videos
I feel
every
like
day.
He doesn't have it. He's like not there yet for him to do it in the game. Which it's coming, guys.
Spidey, hold on. Pump the brakes.
I see a spin around.
Spidey, are you talking?
Jump shot.
Spidey says we have a pool and a pond, and a pond would be good for Tommy.
Caddyshack.
Have a little class, Spidey. All right, I'm going. Now I'm purposely going to piss in the pool.
Yeah, it'll open his pores, Spidey. It'll be good for him. Open the pores. You got a pool over there? Yeah, you got a pool and a pond. Pond would be good for you.
Stephanie says, is the pee in the pool mellow yellow?
Yeah, might be.
Could be a little leftover.
They might just be drinking piss.
You know, when I'm in Florida, I go mellow yellow to beer real fast. Especially like 11 to 12 a.m. when I'm waking up.
Just swap it. That makes sense.
Just go right from mellow yellow to Miller Lite. I mean, it just.
You tell me on vacation you wake up to a mellow yellow.
Yeah, my little sister runs out to Wawa and buys it for me while I'm sleeping.
Stop it.
I swear to God.
That's awful.
My little sister runs out to Wawa and gets it for me while I'm
It's
sleeping.
not awful. Guy wants a sip.
I need my coffee to wake up.
Coffee.
Yeah.
That is my coffee.
Mellow yellow?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And then I hit the pool with the beer.
You're going to have no teeth. You ever see Big Daddy? You drink too much soda, your teeth are out. What happened to Mr. Hurley? He drinks a lot of soda.
Yeah.
ASMR, me of everything. What's up, boys?
What's up, brother? Harper time.
TTB bowling. Padres offered Manny 8 for 240.
Good. 8 for 285.
And then he said Ben got no minutes in the first quarter. See, and everyone wants to say Ben's going to L.A.
No, I didn't. But I didn't think. I thought he was probably not going to play much in the first quarter at all because he played Friday. You know, and you figure they're going to probably let Dwayne play a good amount early because Wade was added to
he got
the team.
8 for 240. What's that? What's that over a year?
Wait, Machado signed?
So it's at 30 a year?
No, they offered.
Who?
Offered.
San Diego?
Yeah. 8 for 240.
That's what I said.
What
I
is
told you Heyman was talking about 240 earlier.
So 8
Was
for
it
260, let's go.
275.
8 for 240 is 50 a year, right?
What is it? Oh, I don't know.
Pretty much.
30 a year?
8 times 5 is 40, so like no.
Bro, San Diego's beautiful. You're going to probably have to give him 275.
Wait, 8, 240. Oh, my math
30
sucks.
a year. 30 a year.
It's exactly 30?
Yeah.
He's at 24. Yeah, it
8
is.
for 240 is 30 a year.
I'm fucked up.
So all for 35. All for 35.
Yeah. I'm down with that. I don't know. I want Harper. I really don't even want Machado. I mean, I'll
want
take
both.
Machado.
I want both.
I'll take him.
I'm not in it just to get cute here. I'm trying to win the NL and get through that. But
Did you see that thing I said?
Ryan says, "What's up, guys? What's up, Rye? Tower
So
Coughlin."
you go 9 for 270. Sorry to cut you off. You go 9 to 279. That's 31 a year. That's what you're going to offer Harper.
Now they're going to offer him 10 for 310.
So offer to both. 10 for 310 for both of them. We thought it was going to cost us a
I thought it was going to cost a bill.
Now we can take half that.
We were
Comcast
talking about
money.
400 each.
Yeah.
We're cutting it down.
Yeah, we just saved you 90 mil.
Saved 180 total.
Oh. Hey, Trouty. What up, girl?
That's Mal.
All right, I'm sorry. What did Ryan say?
Notice what's up. This lineup would be the best in the NL if you sign both.
Well, yeah.
Jason DePietro says, "Stop it. Sixers and Flyers need a few years to become a contender, and fuck anybody making that much money, and we're still 40K plus." Okay, going off on a tangent.
Tom didn't like
Who is
that
that?
one.
Jason DePietro.
Oh. Is it Jay or Joe?
Jason.
Okay.
Sixers and Flyers need a few years to become contenders. I agree with the Flyers. I'm not.
I think the Flyers are right there now.
Yeah, but I mean, the Sixers to me are contender worthy. I don't know how they're not. I mean, they are. They're in a conversation. They're going to beat the Warriors. No, is anybody? No, but if you get a chance to play somebody in 7, shit happens.
Yeah.
Shooters can go cold. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but things can go down. Brian Batty, tell them to stop. Nobody wants to play baseball for a team named the San Diego Dads. True there. It's a great place though. And Jason says
We play for the dads.
and Jason said he's a huge Flyers fan. Well, yeah, we all are, and they're going to make the playoffs, which is phenomenal.
Carter.
Me of everything. We got to finish up that Harper contract. I heard it stalled. Phillies 10 years. I don't think it's necessarily stalled. It's just a matter of just finally getting it signed.
It's I think what the big
10 for 310.
because I've seen a bunch of Nationals fans today like whining like we offered 10 for 300. Why would he go for 10 for 310? Apparently, a lot of it is because there's opt-outs that we're going to probably include that the Nationals were not going to include.
And we're probably more front heavy.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of stuff like that. More front heavy and opt-outs.
Benny Reyes, I'm down for
I think
Harper
it's like an
signing.
opt-out. I think there's an opt-out after 4
This
or
team,
something.
I think this team will look damn good. Going to
For
look
who?
good.
Him?
Yeah.
He can opt out.
Yeah. Or 5.
I'm
something
okay
like
with that.
Whatever. Hey, maybe. Hey, if we win a couple titles.
Yeah, opt away.
See ya.
See ya. or sign him for the rest of his life. I don't give a fuck. Win a couple titles and give him $500 million. I don't care.
TTB said Dirk hit 3 threes.
Oh.
Couldn't hit one last
No.
night.
Oh. The big German.
Parker says pay them the same.
Fine German hops.
Spidey says pay him the same. Give Manny 8 for 248.
What, literally an extra $1 million a year?
Yeah. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm going to jump to 275 for
Thanks,
him.
Spidey.
Yeah.
300.
Tyler Crawford says, when I saw Ben bully Draymond, it made me realize he can bully almost anyone down low.
Oh, he's a big boy.
Stick him
You
down
don't
low.
realize how big Ben is. Ben's a big boy.
And
You
listen,
see how much because
Tyler, he's more-
he flies and he's really good with the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
So you think he's not that big? He's a big boy.
Tyler, and listen, to be honest with you, he's more comfortable down there.
He's played his
a
whole
lot
life
of
because he's been
times. So-
bigger than everybody.
Keith Enberg says, "What's up, boys? What's your boys' take? Sorry, on the signing of Cam, I guess Talbot or the trade of Cam Talbot."
I'd like to trade.
I kind of like Stoley, and I think Stoley could be a solid goalie in this league. But I like the trade because strictly apparently the relationship that he has with Carter Hart, and if he's like a mentor to Carter Hart, then bring him in. We want this kid. I want this kid to be the best goalie in hockey. All right.
Yeah.
And so let's do it.
And I was with you. I was kind of okay with the Stoley Hart tandem for a couple years.
Me too.
But then when you really look into it and you factor in the injuries that Stoley had gone through, and you're like, all right, we're going to have to pay him this year. Like, not that you're not going to have to pay a backup anyway, but you're right. Let's bring in the guy that works out with our goat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And let's make him as comfortable
As possible.
Absolutely. With the guy.
Let
with,
the kid
with the
thrive.
Guy sitting
Let him
behind
thrive.
Because you always know, like, even though Hart knows, he's 19. He probably doesn't know how good he is or how much the city
I
wants him to be.
think he knows.
But he's always probably going to be sitting there, like, with another young kid like Stoley behind him, like, oh, if I go through a bad stretch. With Talbot, he knows, like, I trust this guy behind me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be looking over my
It's
shoulder.
his guy. It's his mentor, like they say. So
Yeah.
bring it in. I'm fine with it. Love it.
On top of that, you can sacrifice Stoley here to get that relationship. It's a better fit for the team because you still have two young pups in Sandstrom and Arison. Arison could be just as good as Hart down the road. I'm very excited about him, but, it's an embarrassment of riches, so you can't hold on to all of them.
Right.
That's true.
And I've gotten I just had to chime in here, guys. and I'll sign
Yeah,
off in a
jump on.
second.
Chime away.
Chime away.
The water's
Robbie.
warm, Robbie. Piss away.
I've seen so many fucking idiots on Facebook calling Cam Talbot a has-been. This is a guy that in the past 2 seasons has given up the fewest goals allowed. And he's played 140 games in those 2 seasons. Yes, is he having an off year this year? Absolutely. Edmonton plays no defense.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we are starting to.
Edmonton stinks.
Yeah.
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 Oh, no.
They have the best
yeah.
player in hockey, and they stink.
You're
That
right.
should tell you a lot about the Edmonton Oilers, okay?
Flyers Twitter especially did not like this once the deal broke. Because I was awake when the deal broke, and I was just like, oh, I like his
Well,
return jump.
well,
I'm
a
like,
lot of people
okay.
were not happy with
Flyers
Stoley,
Twitter
yeah.
was not happy.
And I can see if you're upset that we traded Stoley for an older goalie, but once you learn I like Stoley, but like you said, embarrassment of riches. Stoley's he's
And
probably
Stoley's
going to be
a
out
free
anyway.
agent.
He's going to
Yeah,
be
he's
out
free agent
anyway.
after this year. Exactly.
It's about relationships. When you got a
Always
young
send it to you now.
when you got a young puppy, when you got a young pup, you want to surround him with the guys that are going to make him better and help him elevate his game and learn how to be a pro too, right? I mean, I think a lot of that matters into this too. You got a guy who knows what it takes to be a pro. Stolar doesn't. I mean, let's be real. Does he know what it takes to be a pro? He hasn't been around that long.
Played 20 games.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. So you're bringing in a guy who knows how to be a pro, and sometimes you got to
6'4"
do
and 4.
that for your generational goalie. Sometimes you do that for your generational goalie. So anybody who doesn't like it, stop watching hockey too. You should just quit all sports. Quit all sports. Maybe badminton. I don't know. Something cute.
Highlight.
Little hand hockey. I don't know.
It's a level of hand hockey, though.
Oh yeah, I'm out.
Oh, yeah.
Hand hockey,
On the knee?
Get some shit going out there. Sometimes you bring home the little
The
sticks
little
from the
mini
Flyers
sticks?
game. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
hell yeah.
Of course.
Hell yeah.
Of course.
Oh.
Well, I might do before
But
the
that
doc calls in is take a break,
Up and down
You
the
know what-
hallway.
and then we'll get the doc.
You know what
in.
I was thinking, though, when you said that? Oh, it's all about relationships. I was thinking about the Step Brothers when she's like, so why did Dale ever get a job? He always said he was going to join the family business, but you're a medical doctor. He says it to you know. I love it. Who's this USA chick here? Is this a Granado?
Hillary Knight.
Dude, you are a junkie. There's not even a name on the screen or nothing. This guy.
Him?
Yeah, this guy. Oh, that's who it is.
Are we sure that that's right?
Yeah, their name was on there before.
Ah, impressive work, sir.
No, it's disgusting.
I still am a degenerate, though. And a junkie.
I just know there's a bunch of Granados that are running around.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's do this. Let's take a break. Come back on the other side with the Doc, Harper talk, Crumb of the week, Flyers. Well, we've been doing live reaction, obviously. Big win tonight. Stay hot. Playoff talk. The city of winners. Oh, listen, you get Harper. Do I love Harper's numbers, production, etc.? No, you know how I feel on it. I feel it's been inconsistent. But
He's been hurt.
I know with
He's been hurt.
Listen, sometimes we know what the stars do.
Yeah.
All right? The milkshake brings the boys to the yard. And you would hope that this will bring more guys that want to play with him. So it's all setting a foundation.
Well, I think we already have them.
I know. I agree.
Let's go.
I agree, but it's
Let's
just
go.
even more so throughout the years, the life of some of this deal, right? There's a lot of excitement here. And this deal.
Let's go.
This deal.
It better be going through.
Are we going to be an okay and good baseball team this year and better than last year right now? Yes. But
We're over a 90-win team.
This
for sure
is what we need. Okay, I love baseball, and I can't deal with these summers. I can't deal with it anymore. It's time to win. They promised, now deliver. We'll talk about it on the other side. It's Agree, Disagree. HUD Radio, live from the Real Talk Studios. Every Sunday brought to you by our doc. Make him yours. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, located Burlington, Cherry Hill, Princeton, New Jersey. We'll have the doc on the other side. Everybody, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, head over to YouTube. You know where to find us. It's all over the walls. We'll see you in a few.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes. Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
Second half talk. This is Agree to Disagree. Only on A2DRadio.com. We are live from the Real Talk Studios like we are every Sunday. And every Sunday, we're brought to you by our doc, Make 'em Yours, Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, located Burlington, Cherry Hill, and Princeton, New Jersey. Fam, we'll have the doc on with us in a couple seconds here. Tom Arnone, Greg Mwakovic, Brian Wilson, Robbie Povo on the ones and twos. No Uncle Sweeps, Turbulence Talk, flying back from Florida. Now we started to show off talking Sixers. Sixers title chances. Tied into our poll question, the Sixers will come out of the Eastern Conference. Do you agree or disagree with that statement? That's brought to you by Scanzano Sports. Find it on the web, scanzanosports.com. We'll talk about Harper news, Flyers. We did live reactions. Obviously, another big win today, and we'll do our crumb of the week like we do every week. Family, as always, everybody join us over on the YouTube side of things now. Listen, we're always answering your questions, comments, concerns, whatever you got out there. Boys, let's bring the doc on. Got tons of questions to ask him, and it started off, something pretty big in high school sports. But, Doc, how are you? How's your Sunday going?
Guys? Doing well. How are you guys?
It's all right, Doc. No Sixers.
I'm doing well, Doc. He's apparently not. It's just okay. I'm doing well.
I go through a little Sixers withdrawal when the All-Star break comes around.
Yeah.
I'm just not. When I was a kid, I was a big All-Star weekend guy, and it sort of isn't the same in some parts. some aspects of it. So, that to me is a little bit of that's why I'm just, when it comes to sporting world right now.
Yeah.
I'll get into college basketball more in March. But, Doc, right into it, because I saw on Specialized Physical Therapy LLC's Facebook page that you guys shared an article, and I believe it was from the New York Daily News.
Yeah, regarding high school football rules in New Jersey.
Exactly. So what's going forward here is teams can only engage in full contact drills in practice during the season for 15 minutes a week. So it's what was that down from? It was 90 minutes. Am I right there?
Yeah,
So like 90 to
I
15.
think so. Yeah, I'd have to double check on that, but yeah, they're basically what they're doing is they're trying to obviously limit the amount of full contact that the players obviously receive or potentially receive throughout the week. Which the attempts is to minimize the cumulative effect of blows to the body and head. So in the hopes that you can reduce risk and any changes in the brain over time.
Yeah, it's interesting too, because I remember playing football in high school, and there was no contact limit, and that was 2000, 2001, around that area, and there was no we just went out and hit, and I just remember like guys who lowered their helmets and hit always hit a little bit harder, and it was always like encouraged, and I think the big thing that factors in my concern with limiting the amount of contact is now in that 15 minutes of contact throughout.
I think
during season, all right, full contact drills during the season for 15 minutes a week. That really there needs to be a focus on tackling right. And a focus on the right way to tackle and the right way to wrap up and the right way to control your body a little bit
before high school. But some kids are just starting to play.
Well, a lot of families, and I know Doc, you probably can attest this. A lot of families won't allow their kids to play football until they're a freshman in high school. I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Where they'd rather than play other sports, and then that's what happened. I played a little bit of Pee Wee for about a year, and then I didn't play again until I was a freshman. So I waited to play, and I think that helps your body too. I don't think you need to be getting smacked around, at 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think that's more the issue.
Exactly. That's it. I think, especially the young kids, their body's developing, they're kind of like bobblehead dolls, like there's just their muscles are just not developed enough to stabilize their head on their neck. They're wearing equipment on their like helmet that's heavy, almost heavier than they are. But, I think this makes more sense, like, especially for the younger kids. But then we're talking about high school. And I think, one of the arguments is, well, if you don't let them have enough time to practice for the way they're going to play in a game, they may not know how to do it. And, it's just like, it's like perfect practice makes perfect in a sense, which, I can buy that to some degree, but I guess then also the flip side is that you're exposing them to more hits throughout the week other than game time. So, I don't know what the right answer is, but I think what we have to look at is, and there's some evidence for this in brains that we're seeing, not only in pros, collegiate, but unfortunately some high school kids who have passed away, and they show evidence of that of the neurodegenerative disease called chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or CTE, and you're seeing that sometimes in high school kids, and you can only see that post-mortem, meaning they examine their brain after they've died. So, and a lot of these kids probably have had concussions, but what we're looking at maybe is the subconcussive blows. So not just the blows that cause concussions, but all the hits they've taken over time that have accumulated. Do they actually cause the changes in the brain? So yeah, there's a lot to this. I know it's kind of the sexy term, the CTE, and there's a lot being pinned on football, especially on the NFL. But the flip side is we have to look at the research on it and how it's being done. I think, obviously if you study football players and you find in them, you're going to say, oh, see, all football players have it, or a lot of them do. But we got to look at the general population and see if the normal general population also has this, so that, there's some scientific rigor that has to follow here. But anyway, but it's gonna be a rule changer that's not gonna be without controversy. I don't think.
Yeah, like everything else, and I wonder, I know a lot of my kids, a lot of my 10U guys, my baseball guys play flag football. They don't play regular football. So I'm just wondering when that time's coming. I think that time's coming sooner than later because at the NFL level you have professional athletes, at the college level you have still specimens, right? So these guys sort of know how to control their bodies a lot better than even a high school athlete, right? And that's not even debatable. So I just wonder when it's going to come to fruition that hey, it's flag football until college. I think it's coming sooner than later. When you're taking limit hits in practice, and I'm not saying I disagree with it. I just think that's coming sooner than later.
No chance.
I just see it.
I don't see that.
I see it. It could come.
Well,
I'm
not
saying in 5 years.
I see a lot less families playing football, but I don't.
Well, what
see
would
them,
change? Then that would change what? Then high schools will start implementing flag football teams.
No.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like I'm not sure if this is the correct analogy or kind of making a comparison, but we talked about Carson Wentz this past year and his knee and coming back, and we talked about him several times about he needs to gradually increase his load and expose himself to the stresses that he's going to face on the field. And there's good stress for the body. Your body will respond to the stress that's placed upon it. So, if you go to the gym and work out and of a certain intensity and duration and frequency, it's going to get stronger, right? So, that's the goal. So, with, like, say, Carson Wentz, he needs to go out there and load his knee appropriately so he can achieve that strength. So what I'm getting at is if you deload the brain by minimizing hits, okay, and I'm just playing the devil's advocate on this, and if you deload the brain by not exposing it to a certain level of stress, then the brain is going to be at risk potentially of any impact because it hasn't been exposed to it in the sport. You know what I mean? So if you minimize the hits during the week, and now all of a sudden during the game you're gonna, I don't know how long games are in high school, but
yeah, about 3 hours though, Doc. Yeah, so I hear exactly what you're getting at there. Now then you get all the hits in one day instead of it being kind of spread out and getting kind of used to it. I get you.
Yeah, and then and your body not built a tolerance, but it knows what to do and
how to respond to it at least.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And so that's one part of it. But then the flip side is but now the cumulative effects of subconcussive blows, meaning blows that don't necessarily cause outward signs of concussion. How do we know it's not doing something to the brain? And we just don't have those answers. There's a lot of there's a lot of things we can answer about concussion, but there's more that we can't.
Yeah, it's crazy, and more and more stuff comes out slowly, because we're talking about the brain.
Obviously they want to avoid as many, get as little brain injuries as possible. But I think at the end of it, it comes down to football is it's a hard physical sport where people get hurt, and that you got to know that going in. So I think unless people will play it. But I don't think they're going to change the football game itself.
I'm not saying they're going to change it. I'm just saying I could see more schools having flag football. I could see more schools. I could see
or just
that
dropping it.
Yeah, but they're not going to drop it because you can pick it up and kids would play it.
Yeah.
You get a big turnout.
Who's playing flag football?
Kids play it all the time now. It's big. It's big now. It's big flag football. It's big.
Yeah, it's catching on. It's I can certainly buy into it, and it makes sense of no tackle football until high school, and then they learn the game properly when their body is starting to grow. Most people are. There's still going to be that discrepancy. You're going to have those man-childs out there beating up on kids that are still growing, but at least for the most part, average, through freshman year, sophomore, junior, senior, you're growing and getting bigger, and then you're more able to handle those loads. But a younger kid, like midget football and stuff like that, we've all seen the videos online where you got the coaches are just telling they're doing that what's that drill, the tackle drill,
Oklahoma drill.
Yeah, Oklahoma drill.
Yeah, something, and they're spearing each other, and it's just it's mind-boggling that they're actually telling the kids to do that, and they're cheering them on, and then if the kid cries, they're like, just suck it up. Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's that's some Texas shit right there. That's how they do it down south.
I think we have to be smarter there, no doubt. So I think the nature of it is well intended. I just have to, we'll see how this plays out.
Yeah, it makes sense. It does.
It does.
It does. And that's why I think flag football, it will make more and more sense as time goes on.
For little kids, yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying, though, I mean, listen, I'm not saying the high school game is going to definitely change in terms of that, but if you're really trying to limit it.
Well, I mean, even look at the NFL, though. They're limiting on what you can and can't do on kickoffs anymore. They're almost
Everybody's
taking
trying to,
kickoffs out of the game.
Well, they're trying to eliminate because they say, like, what the biggest collisions are on the kickoffs because they get 30-yard runs at each other, right? So, I mean, yeah.
So the game is going to drastically change here in the next 5 to 10 years, just based off of more and more research that gets done over the concussion.
Yeah. Want to go into a little Philly spring training?
Yeah, Doc, I just have a quick question. Now that we're spring training and, everyone's starting to ramp up, we're gonna hear a lot of, muscle inflammation and tendons. Is there anything to read into that, or is that just a pretty basic injury that just takes some time to –
muscle inflammation. So, yeah, I mean, so let's say a guy's throwing, a pitcher, whoever, they start developing some shoulder pain, and they may be, they may develop some irritation of the tendon, and there's some localized inflammation there, which, that's just in and around the shoulder in the sense. In this case, it would be like a tendonitis, right? And that calms down. You let it calm down, a little ice rest, probably a little anti-inflammatory here and there, and then, you start loading back up. These guys who are coming into spring training now in the next week or so, or was it last week? I think it started, but they're going to start to increase the volume of their throwing. So, my sense is those guys that have been preparing for spring training are less likely to develop irritation of the tendons. Those guys who haven't done too much and have maybe not conditioned or kept themselves flexible or loose in the hips or strong in the core are probably not as prepared to return to the sport after a long break. I mean, that's just my thought on that, because you start loading, you go from 0 to 60 in 5 seconds, right? You're more likely to get hurt. Right. But if you've been loading it and preparing, your body's ready to go, or more ready to go.
Now, with that being said, does that count if you're now going to start throwing harder? So say these guys are coming in ready, but they're throwing it 70, 80%, and then now as the spring goes on, we're going to ramp up even more.
Yeah.
Does that still work? Is that the same thought process?
Well, I think that's it, though. They ramp up. So they're coming into spring training prepared to know that their body's going to do that. And, by the second last week of spring training, they're almost at full speed and strength of throwing, and they're ready to go for the first week. So, things happen, though. It could just be the weather's cold, or they just didn't stretch out, enough during that game. And there's some variables here. But, I think spring training is obviously not just to get a look at the players and see who's going to be on the team, but also for the players to ramp up and load up for the season. But they got to be prepared for spring training, I feel, to do that. You right. Can't just, be off all season in the off season and then come to spring training and say, okay, we're ready to go. Yeah. I don't think it works like not for that level of play.
Right. Absolutely. It's a full-time job. It's a year-round.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my thought on that.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
The toughest sport, too.
What's that?
What happened?
Did we lose something? Robbie, we good? Something happened.
Something happened.
I just lost everything.
Yeah, I'm off.
You guys there?
I lost myself.
Well, we're here. We just don't have any headset.
Okay.
Hello. What happened? Did we blow out here?
No, I do.
1, 2. We're back. No. Close. I'm back.
Yeah,
are we good? No, we're back.
What are we talking about? Because I'll never bring that up again.
You guys there?
Yeah. Whatever we were talking about, I'll never talk about again.
You said baseball's the toughest sport.
No, that's creepy. Somebody didn't like that.
Yeah.
Because everything just stopped. The mic just went completely off.
Yeah, my headset was.
Oh.
That's the weirdest thing I've ever.
That's crazy.
Oh, I almost did it again. I got a little freakiness. Okay.
Am I about to
start over?
I might be getting electrocuted. I don't know.
All right. Yeah, no, baseball's just a tough sport. I mean, that is a year-round full commitment.
It's a grind. It might not be as physical as other sports, but it's a grind because it's every day.
Yeah, and it's like once they're in season, right? We talked about this during the football season. Once they're in season, there's a certain level of maintenance that you need to be doing and loading the body that way so you can continue to go. But it's a different it's a different conditioning or loading program than you would do compared to the off season. So, yeah, man, it's
absolutely, especially for pitchers. Like maintaining of your body is huge.
Oh yeah.
Humongous, more than anything, because I mean, even like great pitchers, you almost all of them catch a 10. Now it's a 10-day DL. Almost all of them catch at least one of them.
Yeah.
Even if it's just hey, we're a little worn.
Yeah.
Let me catch a week here. Now it's not 15 anymore. It's 10.
Right,
it's
yeah.
really easy. You only miss one start.
One
Yeah,
start.
we're skip a start here. I stubbed the
even
toe. I stubbed the toe.
And now you can even retro it. You don't even.
Yeah.
We're gonna retro back to the day.
Back to the last day you started. Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's. I mean. But that's even needed because you just need a break. It's such a long season, so keeping yourself regimented and like maintaining. I would think they probably have an absolute regimented schedule of after they throw this day, then they do certain running, certain stretching, certain icing. They probably throw. I would guess so. They pitch every 5 days. Probably throw the third day. Probably, you know what I mean?
Yeah, bullpen.
You got to do a bullpen the third day.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and and they have to just make sure they're incorporating their whole body. I mean, pitchers in particular. I mean, I can't say enough for hip mobility and hip flexibility because, if you're restricting the hips, like when you do a wind up and you push off and go through the whole phase of overhead throwing, if those hips are tight or limited, that puts so much more demand on the shoulder. And then what we find is like the back of the shoulder, because when the guys follow through, so we'll just take a typical right-handed overhead athlete, and as he follows through, that arm's accelerating forward, and then it has to decelerate. And the back shoulder muscles will help decelerate the arm. So what happens over time is those shoulder muscles get tight because they're working hard to decelerate the arm. And what happens, it ends up tightening the arm up. So, you get guys who like start developing elbow pain, right? Elbow pain, oftentimes happens because the elbows becomes the victim because the hips and the shoulders are too tight. So then when you lost mobility in those areas, you're going to snap off more at the elbow to try to complete the throw. So it's interesting. We see a lot of these like Tommy John's, ulnar collateral ligament stuff.
Yep.
And, I think the elbow is the victim, so I know we kind of run the gamut. We went from brain to elbow there. But
I know, right? We're running through the body here. We go. If we had a lower leg injury, we could get all the way down.
Don't say it. Don't even bring up the lower.
we dealt with too much lower.
Yeah, we got too much. We got too much stock in foots and ACLs around here.
That is true.
For our franchise
JoJo
guys.
and Ben's both injuries were
foots.
I'm knocking on every wood in the area. I'm sorry. Sorry, I haven't said it. Oh shit! I got nothing.
What is it? You forgot how to talk.
No, I was thinking. I don't really. There's no one's hurt right now for us. Is there anybody
no,
injured on
man.
any
It's
team?
crazy.
We're doing really well right now.
Don't you see?
I know we're doing really well right now. We're
now
gonna
he's
knock on
clapping.
wood,
Now
but
he's clapping.
we just got to win games, man. I mean,
Yeah.
listen, the Sixers,
So
they got
Doc,
a whole new team. Yeah.
you know what we
Yeah.
want? You know what we do want to ask you though is right before you came on, we were talking about Tom wants to know right now where your percentage is.
No, it wasn't the question.
Right?
It was an agree or disagree.
Okay, it was agree or disagree. Do you have the Sixers winning the Eastern Conference and going to the NBA Finals right now?
Didn't we answer this like 2 weeks ago?
Probably.
I think we did.
Yeah. Or
Maybe.
did we say you guys asked me on a 0 to 10 scale, and I said do they get to out of the Eastern Conference? I said 8, and I was high on that, but
That's fine.
I'm cool. Yeah. But they should have I don't know if they should have, but they have a whole revamped team. They faced the Celtics a couple of days ago.
Yep.
And I don't know, man. It could have went.
We definitely could have
either
won
way.
the game, but we lost again. It's like they have something on us, right, Doc? I mean,
Yeah, man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Tom over here is crowning us already. I don't
didn't
like
crown.
it. There's
I
a
didn't
crown.
crown. There's
He's got a crown.
confidence. There's confidence, and if you don't have confidence in a team and a starting five like this, I just can't help people. I gotta have confidence.
I'm confident, but I need to see them beat some of these better teams first in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, but when my general manager talks about, hey, we're all in, then my confidence needs to rise because I need to expect to win now.
Well, we got to win,
We're-
though.
I
We're
understand.
certainly in a better position now. I got to say. I mean, we dumped what's his name, thank God, and I mean that just that's just better for the team because that was going on forever. But this guy Tobias Harris, he's the real deal. He's I think he's he gives them such another option there. I mean, you put Tobias Harris and JJ Redick on the floor at the same time, which they are. I mean, that's 2 long ball threats right there.
Big time.
Definitely.
Yeah.
High percentage guys, too.
Good shooters. No, Tobias Harris is a very good player.
And, Doc, that's the funny thing.
They definitely got
He shot bad against Boston, Tobias, and that's really not his MO. He's a high percentage guy from the field. So that's not really his MO. But one more thing, Doc, because this is all that's getting thrown out here. Not even today, for the last 3.5 months. And if you want to bring Machado in for the last 3 years since Clintax got here of rumors. But now the big one is, and Ken Rosenthal said it. Ken Rosenthal said it was a done deal that Harper was going to the Phillies 10 years, 310. Now there's some reports that San Diego's now jumping back in on Harper and that the Phillies are in on Harper and Machado. And it's getting aggressive. It's getting aggressive late here, maybe. Or people are just bored and there's nothing to write about.
Just sign Harper already. Can we just sign him already?
I actually just came through the waiver that they just made them, both of them an offer tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phillies did?
Yeah, the
San Diego
Padres.
did.
Yeah,
Padres, oh.
Yep, Padres. Great place,
They made
Doc.
a
I was
fish
out there.
offer.
I was out there in August. It's a beautiful place. I mean, if they're
If
giving you the
sign
same money,
Machado,
it's a
if
no-brainer.
If you sign Machado, where do you put him at third?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think Franco, and I said this last night to Greg, I think Franco was a big part of our struggles down the stretch last year because he got hurt. And he was a big part of our offense that we don't really talk about.
Listen, he
had a really good year last year.
He actually hit the ball well. He still can't field.
I understand.
At all.
I understand that, but our offense really took a hit when
it
when
did.
He didn't play.
He did actually hit the ball well.
And I know
last
it's hard. It's easy to forget that in a season that ended so poorly for this team. It's hard. It's easy to forget that, but he really did have a good year up until he got hurt. So if he's my starting third baseman, I'm okay with that. If I get Bryce, but I think we're all can agree. When you say stupid money, that means you're in on both. That's stupid money.
I just want to get one at this point. Just give me one. I want one.
But if the San Diego Padres guys are making offers if the San Diego Padres,
they're only going to offer like 200 and something.
I understand this.
We're going to offer way more.
I understand this, but if they're going to offer to both, then
well, we already did. We've offered to both. We've given formal offers to both.
Okay, I didn't hear there was a formal offer to Machado.
Yeah, there was. But when he met, we gave him an offer. They said.
You think some of these teams are just playing around so the Phillies just keep up in the ante?
Probably.
Good possibility.
I think real good possibility.
I would say half of them are really in and half of them are doing that.
And, Doc, I know from somebody that said Harper honestly doesn't know where he wants to play. That he doesn't know where this whole process has been a process where he doesn't know. And he wants to, he wants to win, but he also wants, he obviously wants the money. So there's two factors going in, and I think this is a place where he can get the money and win. San Diego's got a good little young team over there. Some young teams.
Are they in a position? Are they in a position to win now? I mean,
no, they're too young. They're too young.
Yeah,
Doc.
to me, if Harper doesn't know where he wants to go, to me that's a problem, right? You would think he would have already scoped out. It's down to 1 or 2 teams.
Well, I think I think it's us or Washington. I really do.
He doesn't want to live out west.
But they said he wants to stay. He wants to stay east. So
he wants to travel back west in the offseason, but during the season he'd rather play Midwest or east. So we'll see. But
not a big plane guy. You don't like turbulence.
Yeah, well, nobody can blame him there. So we'll see. But I mean, hopefully. The Phillies supposedly had called all their staff and said, we need you all to work tomorrow. So I don't know what that means.
Let's just sign them tomorrow on President's Day. Let's go.
Is that
it's a day for America. Let's go.
Is that a big, fangul to the Washington Nationals? On President's Day?
Oh, that would be spectacular.
Day?
I didn't even think of that.
It's definitely happening.
I didn't even know. Harper to Philly confirmed. Hashtag it.
It's done.
You want to have the President's race? We'll take your best player on President's Day. Time's yours.
Put his head on something. Make him run.
Wasn't it reported he was supposed to make a decision by today, or was it tomorrow?
It's been reported 15 different days.
They keep saying that he's now that it's the spring training has started, you would think it's got to be coming. It's got to be happening. And they've been saying for the last 2 days now that it's supposed to be happening any day. So who
Yeah.
knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
But they've been saying it for fucking 2 weeks. Oh, he's going to sign. No, he's not. He's not going to sign. Oh, he's going to sign. No, he's not going to sign.
Well,
Just do it
meanwhile, the
already.
Phillies, they just got to keep moving forward and prepare. It's almost like they got to go on spring training almost like this guy won't be here because they got to prepare,
Oh, yeah, well, they're doing that now. But I think at this point, I think all of us fans, we better sign one of them at this point.
Well, I would tell you
at
here.
This point, we better sign
I think this is a better baseball team than it was last year. But I'll tell you one thing: I'm not. You don't lie to me. So don't tell me stupid money. Don't tell me 3 years ago this was your target date to win and all that stuff, and not be able to land a fish because then you're not a big boy market like that we are. And you can't handle being a big boy market because there's a chink in your armor somewhere throughout this process where guys don't want to come here. So you got to pinpoint who that is, which we already probably know, and you attack him.
Yeah, old hot dog skin himself. Yeah, that's who it is.
So wait a minute, are you saying I missed that part? But I guess you're talking about the manager.
Yes.
I mean, he just probably has right now he's probably got 2 million lineups in his head right now. And he probably doesn't want Harper because he's like, man, I got to bat this guy third every day.
I can bat Bryce seventh, and someone walks in and it's like smacks him in the face with a coconut. What are you, an idiot?
Who was the guy? The guy before Kapler. What was his name? With the white hair.
McKinnon. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you think if he was in the manager, these guys would be there? Like he's more of a traditional manager, where he thinks a little more traditionally than Kapler.
The thing is, apparently him and Harper kind of got along. I heard when Kapler was out in Vegas.
They're
I mean,
foodies.
they're big lifters too. So maybe it gets okay. But Kapler's in game, Kapler's actual management though is that's what bothers me.
One thing I think when you're talking about a star though, when you're talking about a star guy, the manager shouldn't matter to him because
you're going to outlive any manager.
Yeah, because you're going to bat third.
You're
going to bat wherever you want. You're going to be in the lineup however many days you want to be in it. You're going to get a day off whenever you want one. All them things are catered to you. I have concerns about Bryce Harper and a lot of things that have gone on with Bryce Harper throughout his career with some certain issues that I have with him. And Jonathan Papelbon rings a bell because when no teammates jump, to help you. I mean, how much of a guy are you liked? So, I mean, it would make sense that he got along with Kapler. But I understand the impact of signing a guy like this, even though I would take Machado over him. But that's all.
It's a bad take.
It's one of the better ones.
No, it's not. It's Harper over Machado, dude. It's the same reason that he's going to get $60 million more than him.
That's fine. That's name-based.
Yeah, it's because he's better.
Not better. His numbers aren't better for his career.
They are better. We've gone through this last time. Remember you had to stop talking because you were completely wrong? You were like, I'll take a guy that's hit over 315. Machado never has. Harper has twice. So, again, you're wrong. It's like, what, dude? What? I'm just saying. Harper's got an MVP. Machado doesn't. Harper's got a Rookie of the Year. Machado doesn't. I mean, we keep going. I keep going if you want me to.
You can keep going.
I will.
How many games has Bryce Harper missed in his career?
Probably way more than Machado.
Okay, that's all.
I'll give you that. But Machado's missed a lot, too. Machado's missed a lot, too.
Yeah, because of one injury, though.
He missed the entire season.
Okay, but one injury. It wasn't.
He had missed another after that, though. Hurt his knee again like a year later. But
Okay.
He didn't miss the whole year, but
okay.
Harper's missed more time. I'll give you that.
That's all.
But a lot of that was really young, though. Recently, he hasn't missed a whole lot.
I got you. I'm not like this. I want Bryce Harper, so I don't know where this came from. I want Bryce Harper. I'm just making a point.
Because you're trying to say that
Well,
Machado,
I just let people know.
You'd rather have Machado, and that's false. That's a falsehood. You should rather have Harper.
I want both. Okay.
I love both.
Okay. Let's stop spinning around in circles. Doc, tell the fam where they can find you.
You got it, man.
Oh, you got a question, Rob? Hold on, Rob. Hold on, Doc. 1 sec,
Yeah,
Rob.
go ahead.
I'm curious, man. Do you follow the Flyers at all?
What'd you say?
Do you follow the Flyers at all?
A little bit. I got to tell you, man, hockey's like my last sport I follow.
No,
unless it get to the Stanley Cup playoffs. But yeah, what's up there?
Along with like 65% of the population, I got it. But a lot of buzz has been going on with this Anthony Stolarz deal to Edmonton. I'm not sure how familiar you are with the young goaltender, but they basically dished off a guy that's had knee problems, has been in and out of the lineup, but still had a lot of promise. He was going to be our guy before we drafted Hart. So I just wanted to give you or see what your take was in terms of the position, knees, if you're familiar with that, or just what your overall feelings are there.
Yeah, I saw Stoller's got swapped for that Islander goalie, right? Is that what it was?
That's correct, Cam Talbot. Yeah. Go ahead.
So wait, Stoller's had problems with his knees. That's what it was.
Yeah, he had 2 knee surgeries on both knees.
Yeah, interesting. So, I mean, with that, was that holding him up this year, or is he just not playing well?
I mean, they had a talent in Hart. He's basically was relegated to the backup duties, but they're both young and talented, and there was promise of seeing a young tandem of goalies move on, which is generally the Flyers' style. They don't want to commit to one guy. So, in a sense, for me, that's another point, boys, that I didn't make before, is that this is clearly marking that. If you didn't know by now, yes, exactly.
Yes.
So, and you actually alluded to it before, Wilson, where you were saying about having Stoley over your shoulder, you know what I mean, and having that pressure that you could focus purely on him being the guy. And Cam Talbot's a veteran in this league. He was once with the Rangers in this local area, but he could still provide a solid mentorship for a guy, and he has a relationship. They work out together during the offseason.
Yes. So Rob, man, I missed the question there though. Like,
in terms of the trade, what was your in terms of you're sacrificing a guy with knee problems or whatnot, how you felt about it. But if you're not really, following the Flyers team or what have you, we could certainly move on to giving your credentials. But I just want to give you the opportunity because it's been a big buzz in the area,
Yeah, no, I mean, I saw it written up. I mean, I guess, I don't know. I mean, the only thing I could say is if the Flyers just felt like, Stoltz was, I don't know if he was damaged goods, or maybe they're fine with this guy Hart, the young guy, and they just need another reliable backup. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, but is Carter taking playing time away from Stoltz, and they wouldn't be able to keep both happy?
Well, I mean, Stolars would have gotten a lot less playing time, yes.
And Talbot and Hart are, friends. So the relationship there is part of the.
But the doc uncovered a great point though there, because now you give Anthony Stolars an opportunity to start for an Edmonton team. If indeed you got 2 young up and coming goaltenders in this league, yes, Doc, they would cut into each other's playing time and ability to maturate on the NHL level.
Yeah.
I think it should actually work out. It should work out for Stolars, too. He gets a chance to play.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's all.
You're not a backup anymore. I wish the kid well. I think he's a solid player. Like you said, he's got some knee issues, and that being a goalie, that's probably not great. But I mean, when he plays well. I feel like I've always thought he's pretty good.
He's a big kid too.
Yeah, he's better than the other guys that we've had.
Yeah.
In recent times.
So. Well, yeah. Well, listen, if worst comes to worst, I think Dominic Brashear's out there still, right?
Name drop. That's great. Doc, let everybody know where they can find you and come get taken care of with some issues they may have.
You got it. So listen, you can find us online at specializedphysicaltherapy.com. We got 3 offices, Cherry Hill, Burlington, and Cherry Hill. You can come directly to us if you have any issues that you need to take care of, aches and pains, problems moving, what have you. You can come directly to us. We accept most major insurances. Give us a call, or you can, request an appointment online from the website.
Done and done, fam. You heard
Sounds
it.
good.
You heard it there. Paul, thanks for joining us like you do every Sunday. Have a good week, and we'll talk to you next week.
Doc, hopefully we're talking about Harper on the Phillies next Sunday. Let's go.
Yeah, man.
Let's go.
Right,
Let's go. Let's go.
City of winners.
And maybe the Sixers beat the Raptors or something. Let's go.
That's it. There you go.
And then me and you were right, Doc, and everybody else was wrong about the Sixers when that happens. Done and done.
I hope so, man.
All right, Paul. We'll talk to you later.
All right, guys. Take it easy. Yep.
See you guys.
Hey, fam, that was Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC, located Burlington, Princeton, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. You heard it. Accepts most major insurances. Me and Will's like this. We like to up that
We
in.
like to jump all in there. You got an insurance? He'll accept it.
And the other
Just tell the boys from HDD say.
I don't know who said
You don't need a prereq to go in there. Just
No,
stop on in.
there's no prereq.
There's no
No prereq needed.
I
said, see you guys afterwards like he's more than one person. I'm fucking mad at myself.
Oh, my God.
Fucking
Let him know
asshole,
we
man.
sent you. He'll accept whatever you got. Oh, you don't got any? You're good. Hey, you're fine.
Send them on through.
All right, we
I'm sure he's got coffee in the lobby. If you don't have insurance, you get a cup. Get a cup.
Get there in the AM. A little wake up. Worst case scenario.
Get a cup to go. Worst case scenario, they got lids.
I'm just thinking about somebody going in with no insurance.
Getting a call.
These fucking guys, they were telling me it's fine. It's fine. Fuck it, I'm taking a coffee.
I'm taking a coffee.
I actually did a write-up in the comments, and I went, just most health insurance. You're good. Yeah, I mean, just to cover all bases.
Oh, my God.
Same dilemma.
Somebody yelling and screaming at the receptionist. Fucking A2D sent me.
They said all insurances. Sir, we've never heard of Pinkberry Insurance. They said everyone.
Oh, tears.
While we were on break, before the doc came on, Benny Reyes from YouTube had a good question. And we kind of hinted on it, but we never actually gave a number. He says, how long do you guys think the Sixers need to get the chemistry down?
I mean,
15 games.
thank God we have, what do we have, 20?
24.
15 games total.
So you figure we had about 28.
Total.
We had a little less than 30 with them together.
Yeah, I think 15 to 16 games.
I'd like a half a season, preferably.
Absolutely, but you're talking about right now.
I mean, 20. After 20, they should have a good amount of chemistry together, I would hope.
That was my number, too, was 20.
Yeah, I was
15
16.
to 20.
So I was 16. I was just throwing out a weird number out of there because I just figured we had 24 games left.
You're a weird guy.
Well, 28 games total, so I figured I need you to figure it out in 16.
I get you.
You know what I mean? Again, you're going to try to.
2/3 of the games left. I got you.
Yeah, but don't what you did earlier in the show. I don't like. Don't ever homer me, okay? Because you're just
You
as
are a homer.
You're such a piece of garbage. You're just as much of a homer as I am. Because one stance you don't agree with, now I become Uncle Homer, and you never went 16-0 talk about you'll see us
for
on
the
Broadway.
Eagles, I'm the biggest homer you'll ever
Knock
meet.
it
I'll be the
off.
first one to tell you I'm a homer.
Knock it off.
I'm an absolute homer. I'm the first one to tell you. But for the Eagles, that is. I don't ever think that anyone's going to beat the Eagles. Ever. Seriously. Even when we stink, I don't think anyone's going to beat us.
I can't disagree with that.
I'm the biggest homer you'll ever meet as an Eagle fan. I'll be the first one to tell you.
Yeah, but you know what? Can I tell you what ties
I'm not
into this?
that way, though, with the other teams.
I'm such – I don't know how to explain it to people. I'm so into Joe.
Oh, we know, dude.
It could be
you'd swallow. Yes.
I probably spit because that's a lot coming in.
That's a lot
Pun
coming in.
intended.
That's a lot coming in. I love how it was, and I wouldn't blow him. I'd probably spit. BJD.
Well, I mean, shit. At this point, I think we know where we stand on this. It's bigger than me. My wife understands.
What's bigger than you?
Him? Shit, he better be.
He just walks in. Tom.
Joe.
If we still had mics, you could have just.
Joe, I can't right now. I can't. There's too many people here.
Tom's blowing me again. This is like the fourth time this year already.
Give me 5. Oh shit! I don't know how that even came up, but I'm just all. I mean, I'm all in on him like you are on Ben, and I'm all in on Ben as well. And I think
I'm just all in on both of them. They're two great players.
It takes time for young guys too.
They're still both very young, and I'm hoping the little taste of the playoffs they got last year kind of amped them
Carries
up.
it over a little
Yeah,
bit. Carries
kinda
over.
amped them up.
They sort of figure some things out the way how playoff basketball slows down.
I'll
There's
tell you one thing.
A little bit more
mean,
toughness
listen,
needed.
There's a lot of people were giving Joe and Ben a lot of shit on that game the other night. Joe banged down there with Horford. It's a tough game, and I didn't think that Ben played that bad. He had 2 bad turnovers. Besides that, the rest of the turnovers, 2 balls could have been caught. But fucking we know that Ben's going to struggle from the foul line. Jimmy, you can't be missing. Jimmy gets fouled to the 3-pointer. We think everything's gravy. He misses 2 or 3.
Yeah,
That can't happen.
And that's usually
we
not,
cannot allow that to happen.
That's usually his MO. So let's get to the crumb of the week. You got anybody in mind?
You know what? I do. But it's not one person, okay? It's everyone that hates Tim Tebow. I just don't know why, okay? And I'm just going to I'm labeling all of you as crumbs. Because I listened to the dude talk today. The dude's the fucking greatest, dude.
He's a great guy.
Fucking A-plus fucking dude. Seriously. And he was. If you haven't seen it, Google the speech. He's talking in spring training at the Mets today. Fucking look it up. It's a spectacular. I retweeted it if you follow me. Utley is God. That's my handle. But he is.
Now we're throwing plugs out there.
I love it.
But I'm saying I retweeted it if you follow me, to jump on it. But dude, just watch it, man. I'm telling you, this dude he's a fucking absolute class act. And you can't right now. I think there's 10 teams in the NFL where if he was the QB/leader, they'd be better than they are right now. I guarantee it. And I don't care that he's got flawed mechanics and he's too long of a throw. I don't give a fuck about any of that. All right, winners win. And so all you guys don't like Tebow, fucking crumbs. Every one of you. Absolute crumb bums, as fucking old Frank Rizzo would say. You're a real crumb bum.
Crumb bum.
Interesting. I didn't even know that Tebow.
You don't like Tebow,
No,
do you?
I love Tebow.
Okay.
I didn't know what.
I
where it
hate
came
Florida,
from.
but I love Tebow.
People hate him.
No, I know.
People hate him.
Oh, Tebow's venom.
I can't believe
There's
it.
venom.
It's because he likes God. People hate him.
It's 100% truth.
You want me to read anything off from that said tweet?
No one talks about how he got blackballed out of the NFL. Everyone's whining about Kaepernick. They blackballed Tebow right the fuck on out the league because he was kneeling and praying to God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you say? Say finding every single wall and running through all of them.
Oh, yeah, that one? No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's a video. You got to, watch it. It's
Oh,
like
I
2.5
gotcha.
long.
I
Yo,
gotcha.
check it out, Rob. You'll enjoy it. It's
will.
great. It's great.
Mine's Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, well, he's a crumb.
Well, listen, you're going to play in 2 games this past week for your team, but you're healthy enough to participate tonight. Okay. That's got crumb written all over.
Same thing with Anthony Davis.
Go sign with the Knicks. Go ahead. Go beat crumbs with that fucking franchise. You know what I mean? The fact that you can't play and AD's another one. You guys both can't play, but you can play in an All-Star game. Get your fucking priorities straight.
How about Ralph? I love Ralph's probably crying too because he thought everything was.
He
thought everything was fucking. He thought everything like Tommy did was fucking rainbows and blowjobs. That's what Ralph was thinking because he's like, oh, AD's dad hates the Celtics. Oh, and then AD came out like, yeah, I got no problem going to Boston. and it was like, sorry, Ralph. Looks like that ship sailed, huh, buddy? See ya. And I think Kyrie will go to the Knicks because he's a crumb.
Yeah, crumb.
Yeah, absolutely.
Full-on crumb.
My crumb has been my crumb. He's always been. You made a great video on it the other night. Markel, dude, just shut your mouth. Shut your mouth. There's one person in this city that wanted you to fail, and it's this guy right here.
That's true.
I didn't want you from day one, but everybody else in this city, fans and
Standing O's for guys that's not playing.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck,
I mean,
man?
you hit it wide open 3-pointer and you got it standing O, and you're
The roof blew off
you're
the
the
Wells
number
Fargo.
1 overall pick. You should hit that shot.
Yeah, well.
You're
Nobody
just-
pushed you more than we did,
You're
and
an
you want to talk about.
I'm absolute
I'm burying
crumb.
that shot.
We didn't stop pushing you this entire process, wanting you to be great, right?
Yeah.
We pushed and pushed, and then you're going to go, and the first thing you're going to say is, "I'm happy to be around an organization that's going to push me." Are you okay, babe? And then it's that happened again.
We did push him.
Yeah.
Right out the
Right
fucking
out the door.
See ya. Fuck, dude.
That's
That
a
was
disgrace.
That was mind blowing to me. I couldn't believe it.
and then
when
the
you
next-
guys,
and then
when
they keep
someone
taking
said it, I
shots.
was like, "Is this dude serious?"
And then-
right now?
Then he
Is this
continues
dude-
to do it.
It's this dude that we traded up to take first overall that everyone was loving. Everyone was Markel. We're cheering this dude like no other, and he's gonna come and be this fucking crumb when you didn't even show. You're probably the worst number 1 overall pick ever for a franchise. I mean, granted, maybe if you go back to other guys, he might end up being better than some other guys. But for the team that drafted him, worst ever.
Even Anthony Bennett played 150 games.
That's what I'm
in the
saying.
NBA.
Maybe if he
And
has
he's
a
still-
decent
he's
career
still down
for
to G League.
Orlando, he might jump past a couple other guys. But as of the team that drafted him, worst fucking ever.
No, he's an absolute crumb. He hasn't shut up. He hasn't stopped taking.
Then he's worried about TJ
again,
McConnell.
it's like
he's
we're talking
worried about
TJ
everything.
McConnell's a better
On
fucking
Friday.
player than you,
You're worried about TJ McConnell?
and he's a better player than you.
You're the number 1 overall pick. Now it all makes sense why he went to Washington, other than the bag of cash that he got, right? He wanted to play where there's no pressure. He wanted to play on a bad team where there's no pressure, and, of course, the bag of cash doesn't hurt.
Welcome to Orlando because there's zero pressure there.
Oh, there's zero pressure in Orlando.
Nobody gives a shit. The only thing they care about is Mickey and Minnie.
Yep.
He buys a speedboat, drives it at night.
Right next to Jose.
Jesus, in memory.
Oh, God.
Too soon?
2 for the price of 1?
It's been a while. It's been a while.
God, 2 for the price of 1?
It's forever soon.
Get 2 for 1 deal here. Let's get both of these out. Jose's a good kid, but Markel, not so much.
Not a good kid.
And you know what? And then mommy gets involved. Like grow up,
Mom
dude.
said something.
Yeah, she's been talking.
She should be counting his fucking money, that piece of shit that he stole from his
stole.
fucking franchise. Fuck, oh, wow.
Goddamn Colangelo.
You know what's funny? That was always everybody else's fault on why you're not
Of
good
course.
enough generation.
Well,
right
it
now.
is. It is.
You know why? You know why? Because we don't let them hit each other in fucking football anymore. Pussification of America. I don't even want to get into that. I don't even want to get into it. Pussification of America. I want those kids fucking smashing helmets. Fucking Christ. That's why we're going to be speaking Chinese in 100 years. Pussification of fucking America. That's why everyone thinks they're granted a gift. They're, oh, he treated me bad. It's life, dude. Fucking get used to it. Everyone's going to treat you bad. I hate everybody. Fucking everyone think I hate Tom. I actually like Tom. I fucking hate everybody. That's just facts.
Yeah, I mean,
Cold hard truths over here.
it's hard to jump off of that one. Like, well, me too. You're going to say to everybody too. We're going to circle the wagons around that one. Okay. No, but I mean, yeah.
There's a few people I like.
I got you, but
Most people in this room.
Not
Not counting Greg.
He couldn't just
I was waiting for it.
he couldn't just go there.
Not during football season.
This guy didn't want to answer any questions here.
Baseball, too.
This guy wanted to answer 0 questions
stink.
when he was a Sixer. Never wanted to answer questions as a Sixer, and when he did, he froze. And now the guy don't want. And now he don't want to shut up when he goes somewhere else. Yeah. Like, do the same thing, dude. Don't answer these questions. Why are you going to bait in? Joel supported you. Your coach supported you. He tried to put you out there when you couldn't shoot. The motherfucker put you out there when you couldn't shoot to give you a chance.
You got a gimme triple double, and we gave you a standing O. Fucking probably got blown that night by like 3 girls. This guy's a piece of shit.
Like he was Westbrook.
What a piece of shit.
It's like every one of Westbrook's triple doubles.
Who, Wesley Snipes? Last night, the All-Star game? You see Wesley last night?
Russell?
Yeah, Wesley Snipes.
No.
He looked like fucking Wesley Snipes
How's that possible?
in Major League.
He had to be like 4 shades darker to be Wesley Snipes.
No, White Man Can't Jump.
Oh, women can jump.
Yeah, he had like the flip up hat.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. And the starter jacket.
Okay. He was out there like Sidney Dean, was he? Okay.
It's pretty. It's so pretty.
Oh, it's so pretty.
I don't know why. I
You
don't
know
know why
what's in
Major
the-
League
I
came
saw a
out.
little-
He
there's a
probably
little
dressed the
breeze.
same way in Major
Probably
League.
did, yeah.
I'm going to adjust that 5 degrees to the left.
Guaranteed dressed the same way.
Who was Billy? That's
And at
all I
least
know.
one scene in Major League, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Right? I mean, because
Yeah,
this
yeah,
is that time. Great outfit.
That's when is that when he wakes up? He's like, shit, I've been cut already. And they take him out. Yeah, this guy's not supposed to be here. Just carrying the bed out. he wakes up outside, but then he runs past everybody. And he's like, man, you might run like Mays, but you hit like shit. Every time you pop ball up, I need 20 push-ups. I love that movie.
Classic.
Oh, it's
Classic.
All right, fam. We're going to get the hell out of here. Everybody enjoy their Sunday night.
Hopefully we're signing Harper tomorrow,
Yeah,
or
hopefully.
this week, or before the All-Star
Opening
break.
day.
You know, we'll see.
Or next year.
Yeah.
I feel like this conversation is never
Harper's
going to
gonna
end.
hold out like Le'Veon.
And I'm interested. The one thing I'm interested to see, it's going to be whoever breaks this news officially is somebody that's going to become extremely credible. Because there's been a lot of breaks throughout this. Somebody signing here, somebody was offered this. Nobody's got anything right. Not one person.
Been a lot of wrong.
So for Major League Baseball and their writers and some of the guys over on Twitter, like Ken Rosenthal, who we all respect, if he's wrong.
Well, hopefully he's not wrong.
You understand what I'm saying, though?
Are we sure it was the checked Ken Rosenthal account? Because there is a fake one.
Oh, of course.
I mean, I've seen that John Heyman, which is a checked account, said that they're rounding third.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, let's go. Let's fucking go. I've had enough talk. And I know it seems like, this year it's gone so much longer because the Eagles were out of the playoffs. You know,
Yeah.
like last year went just as long. We don't even realize like Arrieta got signed in March.
Right.
You know, J.D. Martinez wasn't signed yet. Like all the big guys weren't signed yet last year either. But we had just won a Super Bowl. We weren't really paying attention.
we didn't give
you
a
know?
shit.
We just came off a Super Bowl hangover. We're like, oh fuck, baseball starts in a week. That's fucking awesome. Let's go. So I mean,
Yeah, it didn't matter last year.
it didn't matter. This year we're like chomping at the bit.
It's
And it doesn't help
crazy.
that they've been saying that Harper's going to sign with the Phillies for a month and a fucking half now.
Doesn't help if you see an Instagram comment and you're like, Bryce Harper to the Phillies confirmed. Yes.
Yeah. You go 6 to midnight on Instagram likes
Yeah.
and comments.
Yeah, well, first off, if you think he's not having fun with this, he definitely is.
Oh, yeah.
He's liking all the comments
Oh.
by Hoskins. Okay, Bryce, we see you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We see you.
that's-
Let's go.
That's why Papa Bond choked you out.
Pat Bun's a crumb, though.
Winner. Agree, disagree.
Crumb.
ATD. Not a crumb. Not a crumb. A guy I love. A guy I love. That's one of my sons. My old
Naturally.
sons.
Naturally.
One of my sons.
There we go.
Naturally.
I would choke a player out in the dugout when I played. If I didn't like something, I would choke the star out to let him know. I would choke it. I didn't have
First
to.
off,
I didn't-
you
I
weren't
didn't-
choking the D's out.
I wouldn't. Let me finish. I don't have to choke any of my guys out because we know how to play the game. All right. But if I had to choke a diva, out, I don't care if diva's 6'8". I'll choke a diva out if it's bigger than you, diva, talk, and I need you to lock in. Right. I love what Pap did. I always stand by that. That's always a telling tale, and I hope I'm. Listen, I think
That was a long time ago.
I think the deal.
But
I think the deal's worth every penny in every year, and I'll stand by that. But I do think the guy, at times,
I think it's
can be a little flaky.
You're talking about signing Machado, and you think Harper can be a little flaky?
I think both of them.
Whoa.
I think both are.
Because I think that's actually started. I will say that I agree. When Machado was young, he looked like more of the classic guy. Harper like the punk, fucking, not run shit. He had that.
I don't care about guys running shit out, by the way,
He had
but
that
yeah.
like punk aura to him. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's kind of. I think it's switched. It's going the other way now.
No.
Harper seems like more of the guy
Well-
that plays the game the right way.
well,
Machado's talking about never hustling.
One guy had an opportunity to show his crumb that's on the biggest stage in baseball, so it's going to be a little different in how you view it now. Of course, Harper's not a crumb.
Harper's hitting the playoffs.
I don't think
they just never won.
Listen, I just think in 162 plus, right? There's going to be a lot of opportunities where you can call guys out for not hustling. Okay, all around baseball. I don't care on a routine grounder if you don't bust it every time. I don't care because then if you pull the hammy though, then everybody around the devil's out. Oh, we run balls that don't matter. Like I think you should run balls out. Okay, but if my star grounds a little dribble to the first baseman. And all you got to do is step on the bag, and you don't run that out. I'm not gonna crucify you for that.
You just said you choke a guy in the fucking in the dugout for it.
If I needed to,
Duly noted.
I hope it is,
So when I need to, I'm going to choke you out during the show.
which will never happen.
You're right, Greg. You're too far away.
I'll get right up in your throat.
No chance.
There's a lot of chances. Your percentages are way off tonight, by the way.
Hell no, they haven't been. They've been dead on.
Yeah. Okay.
As I'm saying them, Greg's like over here like that's actually exactly what Vegas has. And Tom's like, no, 70%, 65.
I don't care what their numbers are.
Congratulations. But
To
I'm just telling you.
my visuals.
What are your visuals? Are you having trouble seeing?
No, I have a lot. I see a lot, and I see the best starting five in the East. The best starting five in the East.
Okay, I agree with that.
Okay, so my percentage wouldn't be 30 then.
Can we win some games though? Can we beat a team that's better than us?
Well,
Can we?
If we have the best starting five and the most
Can we
production,
though? But we haven't.
We haven't had really opportunities quite yet.
I mean, we just had
Ross.
one this week.
We've had one. We've 3-1 since the new additions. Okay, let's
Against nobodies.
Denver's pretty good. So
Yeah,
now
they had
I love how Denver's not good
They had a
to
bunch
you
of
now.
guys hurt.
Okay, they had enough guys playing. Their best player was playing.
That's true.
All right, they beat us without our best player.
I know.
So I mean, fair is fair. You got a problem?
No.
Okay, I'm just confirming.
No problem.
Because I'll just go. And I'll just
think-
choke both of you for
I
Uncle
was trying to
Sweet.
think who was missing from that game, and I forgot it was Joe.
Yeah, Joe didn't play. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's true. He didn't play, but
I don't forget shit, Greg. You're fine.
No, I was hoping you weren't calling Jimmy the best player. That's where I was.
He's
That's where
their-
my thought was.
He's probably their second.
no, he's
Third.
He's third. I'd say third.
Oh, he's in there, mix.
I'd say third.
On any given night.
Our top
on
four,
any given night,
our
though.
top four is very good.
That's what on any given night, though, he could be your best player.
Sure, absolutely.
So that's a tough argument.
Our top four is very good.
Like I think, any forward, your top five, any five that could be your best player on the court on a given night. Because JJ could go for 30. Defensively, we know what we're getting, but offensively, he could go for 30. That could make him your best player on the court that night. So
I love that. I love, by the way, when people want to attack JJ's defense.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting.
oh, you're gonna pull him out. You're gonna pull him out against Boston.
But guess what? When he comes off that screen, he's hitting.
money.
He's hitting.
It's
So
money.
that's why you need him on the court.
Like, yeah.
Well, people say against
You
Boston.
hope
you know, Brad Stevens is attacking him. Well, no shit. We need him to score.
Yeah, but
okay.
that's what Brad Stevens' defense does. Though. That's what their offense does. They always do. But you hope that we can play good enough defense that they're going to miss some shots. You know,
Right,
we're gonna get some boards. It's just I don't know. We everything seems to happen bad against them that can happen. We miss foul shots. We don't get rebounds. It's happening again, by the way, because I'm cutting in and out.
I think it's when he moves.
It's when you're eating fish. God hates you.
No, you were talking about pissing on fishes earlier. God hates you. Full circle.
But he loves Tebow now, so God doesn't hate him.
Yeah, God loves me.
Redemption.
I've always liked Tebow.
Victory.
Little Johnny drama.
Oh, I love Johnny.
What a good series.
What at Entourage?
Oh, Entourage.
The best. I actually got to go rewatch it.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it in so long.
Rufus's Video Solutions.
Yeah.
What's the hat on? It's one of my favorite episodes ever.
It's something I wanna
When
do so bad.
Jimmy Kimmel, when he's like,
I want to be on Kimmel with us.
He's like, I'm not gonna lie to you, Jim.
And Uncle Sweeps,
I got my
obviously.
brother backstage. He says he kind of really ghosted him. He's like, are you kidding me? I was like, mom trying to find this guy.
Stop calling him.
He's like, I called his number. He's like, hey, and then that's the Giants. Like, you know, you might be right about that. After the whole time, he's like, fuck Kimmel, bro. Fuck him.
I want to be on get that big where we could be on a show like that where we go on, we get a little backstage, get on, and then we get to wear like Rufus's hats. That'd be then you know you made it. It's like somebody we'll wear your gear.
Yeah.
One time. We don't gotta be on Kimmel. We can be on a little back burner. Not something that's good.
Kimmel.
We want Kimmel. Jimmy, if you're listening, have it so it'll be the best show you ever had.
You talking Conan?
We would fuck Conan up. But we'd laugh. It'd be a lot of laughs. But I think we would bring more.
A lot of laughs, a lot of good times, a lot of smiles.
I think Kimmel would be sensational out of all of them.
Yeah.
More of our speed.
Yeah. Fallon.
Yeah.
Kimmel. Let's go.
More our speed.
Right?
Yeah.
And maybe we can get Johnny.
Maybe we catch like a late night guy. Is there like a late night guy that's kind of rough around the edges?
We got the Corbin guy.
We had to catch the problem is they don't have HBO Real Sports anymore. We could catch like one of those like HBO Real Sports where we can get on and tell Dan Marino to go fuck himself or something.
Yeah.
Just because we can.
Or Jim Rome is burning.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Give me on Jim Rome. I will
Chris Everett.
I'll rip that sniveling
Chris
little
Everett.
queer Jim Rome up, dude. That fucking I never played a sport in my life, and I'm gonna criticize everybody. Jim Rome. I fucking hate Jim Rome. I despise Jim Rome. I'm gonna rip that fucker.
Speaking of crumbs.
You don't like Jim Rome either?
Oh,
Fucking
no, yeah.
crumb. What a piece of shit
Pompous
Jim Rome
piece
is.
of shit.
What a piece of shit. He's 5'2". I can fit you in my carry-on.
Crumb
Fit you in
Hall
my
of Fame.
fucking carry-on, Jim.
He's a Crumb Hall of
Jesus
Famer.
Christ. I hate that dude.
Yeah, he's a crumb.
Absolutely hate him.
Crumb bum.
You're a real crumb bum. What did he say? What did he say? Go have another drink, you lush. He's like, I've been a cop my whole life. I know a lush when I see one. You're a crumb bum. I'd like to fight you, but you won't fight me because you're a coward. I just love how he's right in his face too. You're a coward.
It's one of the greatest videos ever.
Frank Rizzo.
I think I put it up on the page, and it was like how Eagles fans feel about Patriots or something like that, or Patriots fans or Tom Brady or something.
Good stuff.
Yeah, great stuff. All right, fam, we stretched that out a little bit.
Yeah, sorry. That's what we do.
Next week, Uncle Sweeps will be back in the house. He did miss. The Cal Ripken streak is officially over, I believe.
You know, it ended during the season. Me
Did
and
it?
Willie did a show.
Yeah.
Saints game.
Just you two?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shit.
Did well.
Yeah, I thought it went well.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay. Me and Sweeps will do our own show. We don't need you guys. We'll just do our own. That's how you guys want to play it.
No, never said you did.
Rob, you available afterwards? Because
Never
we'll let
said you
them
did.
go on first and then let the big alphas, like we like to talk about, go second. The alphas will wrap the show up. The Jimmy Butler guys. who aren't scared to listen to a little country.
Yeah, went 1 of 3 from the foul in the clutch.
And be here. And be here.
And then get torched for 60 against Kemba.
When did he get scorched by Kemba for 60?
Like just
when he hit the game-winning shot.
Yeah, when he hit the game-winning shot.
You're going back that far, though?
I mean, was he on the team?
I'm just saying, you're just running real far back, huh? You're just
I mean,
looking.
he was on the,
Running
was he on
rough
the team?
shot.
Wow.
Kids
I mean,
running-
we're going that
kids
deep
running
back.
kids
we're
running
going
rough shot over here.
we're going that far back because
We
Kemba
were-
dropped
we're
60.
same season.
Yeah, but that's far back, Greg. I mean, that's hunting for issues.
I mean, I wasn't hunting. He came right off the tip of the dome.
And both of you, I love to play Charlotte first round. Now you don't want to play Charlotte? You scared of Charlotte?
I never said
No.
I was
Okay,
fair to
I'm just
No.
confirming.
I just know he's going to drop 60 on
every guard,
on Jimmy every day.
every guard drops points on us.
No,
I feel
absolutely.
like too.
No,
Like
you're
I don't know.
absolutely
Yeah,
right.
you know what I mean.
It's
We've
the
always
NBA. It's tough.
Guys score.
Guys score.
guys score points.
Yeah, and
Just
Kevin's
gotta make
pretty
it
good.
hard on him.
Kevin's pretty good.
Except for when you bet him in the 3-point contest.
Yeah, he struggles.
Yeah, he sucks.
I thought he might win MVP tonight. What's going on in that?
I don't really give a rat's
I thought
ass.
he was a sneaky MVP pick. Being at him.
We thought he was a sneaky 3-point contest pick.
Yeah,
Like,
did he
maybe
lose quick?
Like maybe he would
I
get
didn't watch
hot.
any of that.
That was actually the 3-point was good.
3-point was good. The skills contest sucked balls. The dunk contest was better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it's still not good enough.
still-
Nobody over 6'6" should be allowed in.
You know,
They should make a rule.
That dude Diallo's dunk where he went over Shaq was nice.
Was
Besides that,
disgusting.
I didn't see really
Nobody
anything
over
else that
6'6"
scared
in
me.
the NBA dunk competition, and I
Dennis-
need stars.
Dennis,
I need stars.
Dennis Smith. All right, let's get out of here.
All right. Agree, disagree. ATD. Oh, wow.
We're wrapping up.
Agree, disagree. ATD Radio. We're live from the Real Talk Studios. Thanks, Doc. Dr. Paul Vidal, sponsoring the show every week. Specialized Physical Therapy, LLC. But listen, we got shows all week, fam. You know what's coming up. Tune in, follow, subscribe.
Hit the subscribe
The whole
button.
9. Fuck it. We out. Yeah, okay.